intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. The road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the fourth departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friend, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wasteland.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your app. The fucking link is in the chat. That should be.
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. So, you locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your stuff? Because I need something to clean these titty butts. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. Bring it. Bring your asses. Gee, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen Bee because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen Bee with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there.
Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because
I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed!
Oh my god, exposed!
Oh my god, bitch. Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. That shit Chronicle Shady, you better fucking shut your mouth with that. Girl, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Right? Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Fucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Good, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you guys.
Pumpkin. I love you, Tim.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got trigger today. Gotta trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm still trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, your dog is orange.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
Isn't it, man? This motherfucker's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me Tim.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Good morning. Good morning. I hope y'all are having a fabulous morning. All right, y'all. We stayed up last night and we watched this until we could not watch it anymore. Until our eyes were so heavy we could not watch it anymore. So here we are back to finish the rest. We got I don't know. I think we got to number 38 and we got 50 episodes. So we're invested. We already are into this. We are going to finish this. And then we'll go on and chit chat after this. But we got to get this shit finished. So here we go, y'all. Here we go. You've been up all night, Dawn? Oh, Lord. Maybe you need to take a little nap, baby. If you're tired, take a little nappy nap. I just finished last night's video. Perfect. All right, then. Tyler, my daughter showed me this woman. Holy hell, girl. This is a story from hell. This is a story from fucking hell. I know, Julie. I'm exhausted too, girl. I'm tired myself. I should have never stayed up. I should have never stayed up that late covering this shit last night. Yes. Yada, yada. Yes, we are. I was like, holy hell, this is one story. This is a fucking wild ride. This is a hell of a story, man. This is one hell of a story. So, all right, here we go. Y'all ready? We're going to start this off and get this done. We're going to, very detailed. Very fucking detailed. Right, girl. Look, the whole Netflix series, but check this out. Her ex-husband, the one that lied and told all them stories and shit. Now he's walking around talking about he's going to be in a Netflix docu-series. I said that'll be the next fucking scam he runs on the next he gets with. Huh. Yeah, I don't ever know what the fuck happened to his knee. I think he was lying about his fucking knee. I mean, who really knows? He was pissing in bottles and everything else. So, wild fucking ride. Yes, hell yeah, he's trying to cash in. Hell yeah. Oh, let me see here. Wishful Thinker gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate that. Shaking the bushes early today. Seeker did a $10 super sticker. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate y'all supporting the hive. Coco, I was invested as soon as I started watching this shit, and I was like, holy hell, we're on a one hell of a wild fucking ride. Yes, girl, we were up late, Lady Tara. We were up late. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be so tired. I'm not going to want to get up. And I didn't. I got up, but I didn't want it. That's for damn sure. Okay, here we go. We're going to finish this up. We're going to get this shit started so we can get it finished up. We're at part 38. So we got 12 parts left to go. All right, here we go. Oh shit, you woke up thinking about this Lover of the Lala? Look, I wanted to go finish watching the rest of it without y'all, and I thought, no, you know what? She's here, baby. KB. She just she been around. She been around, baby. Anyhow though. Right, let's roll the footage. Here we go. Roll the beautiful Bane footage. All right. Let me get this going and get our music going.
All right, part 38 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? I'm going to call this Housekeeping and Missing Pieces. So, housekeeping. First and foremost, as much as I know you all have enjoyed this series, and some of you have told me how entertaining you have found it, the story will be done this weekend. So, in other words, I don't care how many parts I got to film, it will be done this weekend. We're not going to drag it into the new week. So I just want to let everyone know that. So please be sure to tell your sisters, your mamas, your aunties, your cousins, your best friends. Hey, y'all, go ahead and watch all the parts because she's saying she's wrapping it up this weekend. But I'll leave the playlist up, so don't worry. Also, let's see. I'm sorry for the people who are like, I keep talking really slow. I didn't know that I was, and they're like, you're just long-winded. I'm very detailed. So that's probably what you're feeling, is that I'm detailed.
Yes, I have her sped up. I think it's to 1.5 because she was talking so slow that I could not take it. So I had to speed her up. If you can't hear her though, I know somebody said that they couldn't hear her. So we're at 1.5 speed. You can slow it back down to normal if you need to. But there's no way I can listen to this on normal. There's no way. All right, here we go. And then once this is over, we'll do an open panel because we got some gossip anyways.
And I'm trying to get everything out again in a responsible manner. So you all have asked me if I will do a live. Yes, I will. I don't have any issue doing a live. I feel like if you're gonna put the story out there, you know you're gonna get questions. So if you stand on business and you stand on what you said, do the live. So yes, I will do a live, and I will let you all know when I'm gonna do a live. So it won't just be some random shit. I will actually do a live and let everyone know. So that way, if you have questions, bring them. The issue with doing a live is that I need moderators. So because I just anticipate a lot of people have questions and I'm just one person, and I don't want to be accused of she's ignoring my question, which means there's holes in her story. Y'all, we all know how TikTok is. So, but I will absolutely do a live. That's the housekeeping. Missing pieces. So when I said before that it's important to me that I'm responsible in how I tell the story, meaning I'm clear and I go in detail, I realized that I left out some missing parts, and it was brought to my attention by a number of you. Thank you, because I'm all for accountability. I did not go into how my ex-husband Legion left the condiment company and then went to Apple. I also did not go into detail on when my mom came to visit. Both of those were in the month of April. I was going to go into detail a little bit more on the Apple situation because, as you probably have figured out, of course something came out later on. But nevertheless, in terms of April of 2021, my mom came for a visit. She lived in Arkansas. She came to visit us. She came to visit us after we had that whole sexting on Facebook incident and just after we had started marital counseling. There were no fireworks during her visit. Nothing was weird. I did talk about how my family has always been there. And if you spoke with my mom, she would tell you she didn't see anything out of the ordinary. But there was something in her spirit that just didn't sit right. She didn't talk to me about it at the time. She did not raise her concerns. She simply, when she came to visit, we welcomed her with open arms. Legion was excited to meet her. She was excited to meet him. We took my mom out to eat. It was a typical, very quiet, non-active visit. I didn't know what my mother thought until later on. So she didn't share with me during the visit, something don't seem right. She and I sat in the guest room talking. I never told her anything that was going on. Number one, because again, it goes back to that mindset of what happens in my marriage needs to stay in my marriage. And I talk about how I didn't think looking back, it was not a good idea that I told my aunt what had happened. My aunt is not the type that's going to tell my mother. In other words, if you confide in her, she keeps it between you and her. So my mom never knew that there were any issues. And so there was nothing for her to be on mama bear mode. Had she known, this would have been a very different trip, but she didn't know. So she did come to visit. Everything went fine. He and I put on a united front. Oh, we're so happy. We're so, in love. And yes, behind the scenes was a whole different story. He talked to her about how he was looking to buy a house and how he told her how work was going, how his job, how his job was going, bragging as usual, which I did tell my mom, look, he's going to talk about himself and money a lot. So just change the subject. If he brings up a house, change the subject. That was my instructions to her, because I was like, I don't even want to get into the whole house situation. So other than that, uneventful. Now, once my mom left, this is still in April, everything was fine with him at the condiment company. As far as I knew, everything was fine. What ended up happening is he randomly came home one day and starts complaining about changes that are going on at the company. When he started complaining about those changes, it was things like, keep in mind, he is not VP of the company. He was VP of, I keep getting it wrong, but I think it was VP of production is what the memo says. So he was not the second in command for the company. He was upset that he was being blamed for production stats, that the production was down. He was upset that his plant manager apparently had resigned. He was upset that some of the policy changes that were coming into play that would affect his plant. These are the things that he was coming home and complaining about. Literally, he would complain. He started complaining Monday. By Friday, he said, you know what, if they continue doing this, then I just need to find another job. He was like, I think I'm gonna call my homeboy that I work with at Apple and I'm gonna see, what they have available. Yes, there were rents going up. Of course there were. At this point, we're
shit. He inventing a whole ass job. He's going to work to a fake ass job. He's inventing a fake ass problem. This shit is fucking wild, dude.
We're not even dealing with United Nations of red flags. We are dealing with the Olympics. We are dealing with the parade of all nations. Everybody got a red flag. So when he said that, I was kind of like, okay, because I had become numb to all the antics that he did. I was numb to it. So he literally said, I think I'm gonna call my homeboy and I'm gonna see what's at Apple. My response to him was, well, what about your salary? Would you take a pay cut? He was like, no, I'm not gonna take a pay cut. Like, I wouldn't leave unless it's gonna be the same amount or more money. Y'all, the next week, last week of April, I'm at work, minding my own business. He calls me and tells me, I've decided to resign. You what? I've decided to resign. Don't worry. Don't get all crazy. I had talked to my homeboy. There is a position at Apple and I'm on my way there now to go and meet him so that I can get some information on the position. We're married, y'all. We're married. So what I said to him was, well, will you get all this in writing? His words to me were, of course I'm gonna get it in writing. I'm not stupid. You know what? I don't even want to talk to you no more. Click. That's the end of April. So that is how I was introduced to this Apple job. Again, if you stick with the series, you will find out exactly what happened. But that's how I was introduced to the Apple job. It literally was in a span of within 2 weeks. And he resigned from the condiment company and immediately said, I'm going to move over to Apple. Just wanted to clarify that. So we will continue on. Part 39, who the fuck did I marry? Everything you're going to hear probably in this part and the next part, all of this happens in the month of July, 2021. Divorce has been filed. It was filed the end of June. I got his signature on the divorce settlement agreement. I thought that I had to wait 30 days before I could actually file that with the court. And so this is kind of in the limbo period because I'm still within those 30 days. So he left a book bag at the house, book bag that had all kind of paperwork in there. Inside the book bag, this is the paperwork that I found. Number one, I found a packet from the condiment company where it showed his 401k contributions. It also stated in there that he had been terminated. So he was terminated from the condiment company, according to the paperwork in the packet that I saw in the book bag that he left at my house. Also in the book bag were paycheck stubs from a previous job where he worked at a cemetery. The same cemetery that he took me to show me where his grandmother and grandfather were buried.
Oh, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I was just going to say, that's probably where he tried to say that his grandparents were buried at. Lord, the fucking plot thickens, baby. Holy shit, man. I just need to know why he lost 100 pounds and limping. Yes, girl, what the fuck is wrong with him? Why he lost 100 pounds and he's limping around? Something got to be wrong. But what is it?
So let's go ahead. do this video and say, this is what he told me, this is what I confirmed. He told me his grandmother and grandfather were buried there. He showed me a headstone with a family name on it. If you go back in previous parts, I talk about it. The truth is they are not buried there. He is of no relation to the people who are buried at that particular gravesite. Only reason why he knew about it is because he had worked there. Also in the book bag, it was a copy of a driver's license that he had. The address on the driver's license, now this I still don't have an answer to, but the address on the driver's license was the same address as the cemetery, because I looked it up on Google. Also in the book bag was paperwork from another construction company job, meaning it was paycheck stubs from another construction company here in Atlanta that he had worked for. It did not have dates on it, so I don't know when he worked for the construction company. Also in the book bag paperwork was unemployment paperwork. So it looked like he had been receiving unemployment just before I met him. I met him in March. It looked like he had been receiving unemployment January and February. So once again, let's confirm. He did not work for the condiment company for 6 to 7 years. Also in there were scraps of paper from a temp agency where it was information on the job that he had been placed at. Where was that job? The condiment company. He would be a forklift / loader is what it said. So I interpret that to mean he can drive a forklift, but he would have been loading up the 18-wheelers for them to go out to their deliveries. Also in this book bag was paperwork from Clayton County courts, I believe, for a weekend, what is it called? A weekender jail. It was like a weekender jail receipt. So I had to do some research. So apparently what that means is that there is an option where if you have a job, let's say you were sentenced to 60 days in jail, but you have a full-time job. Apparently the court can say, okay, you'll go to jail on the weekends. So in other words, you have to report to the jail on Friday at 5 o'clock and you'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You will get out Sunday at 6 o'clock. Apparently that's actually a real thing. So what was in the book bag were multiple yellow receipts for different weekends that he had to report and get out of jail. Last but not least, there were some additional pictures, and then there were some, and when I say pictures, I'm talking about family photos. And then there was another additional copy of his driver's license with the Douglasville address. I looked up that address. The name associated with that address was the same name as the ex-girlfriend that he had in between the ex-wife and me. If you go back to the video where I talk about the conversation I had with the ex-wife, she tells me that the address was going to come back to the ex-girlfriend. I'm simply saying that is correct. So what she told me is true. So because of everything that I found, I decided to go down a new rabbit hole. Again, just recapping what I said in previous videos. Ex-husband was always a stickler about law enforcement. His dad was a retired police officer. I'm just telling y'all the story. His dad was a retired police officer. Mom was a retired teacher. After his dad retired, they moved to Augusta, started a church. He took me to that church in Augusta, the same day that he took me to meet his aunt who lived in Augusta. So these are now things that he actually took me to, just like he took me to the cemetery. So that's what I found in the book bag. The weekender jail receipts. I went ahead and went online to find out exactly why did he have to go to jail for the week.
Okay, for those who have not been around here or wasn't watching with us yesterday or haven't had time, she actually made the discovery because he kept saying he had sisters. All she could figure out was that he had brothers. She finally went down to, he kept saying that he had an ex-wife from California, blah, blah, blah. She finally went down to the court and got some records that explained divorce and marriage records and things like that. Well, she actually found out that he was married previously to a woman in Georgia where she lives, and she actually called her on the phone. And when she picked up the phone, she goes, if you're calling me, it's got to be bad. So she goes, I don't want anything to do with this man. He's a liar. He is, a compulsive liar. He has a lot of issues, and he's, he has a lot of problems. Anyhow, after this is over, actually, his brother, he responds. So we'll finish this and then we'll watch his response. The what do we call him? The catfish, the clown brown. I don't know what to call him. The clown catfish. I don't know. We're gonna we'll watch his response after this, and then she does an update. So we'll watch that as well. His older brother, Chris, called her, and he actually cleared up. He wanted to clear up two things. So he had her clear up basically the fact that she had said that they haven't spoken since the mother's funeral. It was actually they had not spoken since the father's funeral. And then he said, yes, he is schizophrenic and bipolar, and that their father actually came out of retirement and started working so that he could pay for his medications. And then he stopped taking them. So I think we all knew that this kind of takes some sort of form of mental illness to lie like this and continue on with it. But yeah, I think those were things that she should have known prior to the marriage. But of course, he lied about everything. So how was she supposed to know,
Weekend. And I'm going to end this part here. The next part has to do with his criminal history. Part 40, who the fuck did I marry? So we are now at the point of July 2021. We're at the point where I've spoken to the female cousin, and she gave me the phone number for the older brother. For the purposes of this video, we're going to call him Chris. Chris was very nice. I called him. He was gracious. He was willing to answer whatever questions I had. And what he said to me was, he said, my brother has always been a liar. He's always been a liar. He said, but ask me what questions you have, and I'll confirm what's real and what's not. First question I had was, when was the last time you spoke to him? Without missing a beat, Chris says, 2015, just after our mother's funeral. I explained to him about the phone calls, the fact that Legion would be on the phone for 30, 35 minutes, laughing, talking to Chris, relaying messages from Chris to me, and relaying messages from me to Chris. Without missing a beat, Chris says he was never talking to me. And he said, now I am going to say this, maybe he was on the phone, but he was not on the phone with me. He said, because he knows that if I ever see him, I'm gonna whoop his ass.
So this man was basically having whole blown ass conversations with nobody on the motherfucking phone. That or someone on the phone that you know what I'm saying, had no idea what was going on. I think he was actually talking to nobody. Just like when he was getting ready to, they were going car shopping and his boss called, and you know what I'm saying, he would pick up the phone and be like, hey, my boss said we can't go there. He's not going to be there. He's busy and whatever. I think those were all fake ass phone calls. I think he actually faked the phone calls.
And I'm laughing because obviously Legion loves to say, I'm gonna whoop somebody's ass. So for the people who are confused, like, wait, what does this mean about the phone calls? What this means is every single time that my ex-husband was on the phone, holding his phone like this, talking, laughing, cracking jokes. Hey, my wife said that, we could go later on this evening and all this other stuff. Every time they were doing things like that, every time he was having a phone call or conversation that he claims to be with Chris, no one is on the phone. No one's on the phone. That is what that means. So I'm on the phone with Chris. My mind is
wow.
I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy because what this means is that for the past 4 or 5 months, every morning that he is having a phone call with his brother Chris, I am now understanding in real time that phone call was completely fake. So Chris tells me maybe he was talking to somebody else, but it wasn't me. He said the only family member that Legion actually talks to is the twin. And that's only because for some reason, I guess it's their twins, he helps him out when he needs it. Legion only calls the twin when he needs money. And the twin, according to Chris, now this is the part that might blow some minds. The twin brother, the one that is older by 20 minutes, is VP of his company, is married, drives a luxury car, and lives in like a 4 or 5 bedroom house.
So basically this whole time he was trying to live his brother's life. You know what I'm saying? Like he was actually trying to be his twin brother, y'all. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? Oh my.
So Chris is saying to me, he was like, it sounds like he took the identity of the twin and was trying to act like that's his life. And it's not. He's like, that nigga ain't never had no money, ain't never kept a job a long period of time. And he was like, and you're telling me that he claims he was VP of a company? And so he was like, did you ever see anything? Did you ever meet people like Chris? I respect the fact that he was asking me the same questions y'all are asking me. Did you ever meet any family members? And I told him, I said, I met your aunt. Well, what aunt is that? I told him her name. He said, that ain't our damn aunt. I don't know if y'all have ever dealt with people from Philly. So he was just laughing. God. He was like, that ain't our aunt. He said, that is our mother's best friend. And I don't trust.
Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. Wow. What the fuck? Oh my God. introducing her to people that ain't even his fucking family.
So I'm sorry. It's the way he said it that it makes me laugh. Anyway, he's like, I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all. She is not our aunt. She was our mother's best friend when our mother was living in Augusta. She's not our aunt. So then I explained to him about the other brothers. The brothers, remember, there were 2 half brothers from his dad. One lived in Baltimore, one lived in Augusta. Chris is on the phone saying, I don't know who them niggas are. They ain't related to us. He said, our dad never had other kids. He was like, so you mean to tell me this nigga going around telling people that our dad had kids on our mom? And I said to him, well, the way he actually put it is that the 2 brothers came before y'all. He was like, hell no. No. So then I explained to him about this.
So I'm sure his brother's mind is blown. Like, what the fuck? He's out here saying our dad had kids on our mama behind her back. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God.
The sisters, he was like, who the hell is Shantae? And I was like, Shantae, again, I'm just telling you what I was told. Shantae is a sister that lives in Douglasville, married with 2 kids. He was like, no, we don't have a sister. Told him about Kim. He was like, Kim's not our sister. She's a cousin. And he said to me, and I know she ain't talked to him in forever in 2 days. He said, so the only people who are his family members is Chris and the twin. He's like, we got some cousins up here. I told him about Junebug. I told him about the uncle. I told him about the grandmother. And he's just sitting back like, oh my God. He was like, I realize that every relationship my brother gets in, he gets worse. And it sounds like he is actually worse than what he was in the last relationship. And I thought he was talking about the ex-wife that I had spoken to. No, he had no idea there was another wife. Because again, he hasn't spoken to him since 2015. So he was like, the best thing I can say to you is this. He said, thank God you ain't have kids with him. He said, get your divorce and forget you ever met this man. And he was like, and I know how that sounds because he's my brother. He said, but if I didn't have to claim him, I wouldn't. And I said to him something that I should have probably said in this whole TikTok series. This is not someone that you forget. This is not a situation that, man, I don't even remember him. No. What I don't remember is the version of myself before I met him, because nothing so far has turned out to be true. The only thing that Chris was able to tell me is true is that, number one, yes, there is a brother in Philly, him. Yes, there is a brother in Nashville, the twin. Yes, both parents are deceased. That is what I was told from the beginning. Those pieces of information are true. The grandmother did die in 2008. He was like, no, she didn't. She definitely didn't die in 2020. I told him how I found the obituary. And so he was like, and the uncle, he said, which uncle is he talking about? Because if you guys remember, back in one of the parts, I talk about where he said his uncle was giving him advice on why he should not open up his savings account to let me see it. He would not let me see it. And so I'm telling Chris about the uncle. And
look, that's because there was no motherfucking accounts. There was no oversee accounts. There was no accounts at all. So what in the fuck?
He was like, that uncle been dead for years. I told him about Junebug. He said, Junebug been dead for years. And I said, Chris, he was having conversations with Junebug on the phone in front of me. He was like, it wasn't Junebug. He said, it sounds like my brother was making up the conversations. He said, he definitely was making up the conversations with me. He said, hell no, I ain't gonna be on the phone at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So the conversation with Chris,
so his own brother was like, look, he ain't even talking to anybody. Girl, you better run the other motherfucking way and fast, girl. Shit, get your shit and get gone, baby.
That this is the actual family tree. And no, there were never any conversations with his brother every morning when I was getting ready to go to work. They had never talked.
So for the last year, he's been talking. Okay, so for the last year, he gets up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning, leaves for work, pretends like he's going to work. He might even be actually going to that condiment factory. I don't know. But every fucking day, he faked a phone call and pretended like he was talking to his brother every morning. What? What the fuck? And why?
On to the next part.
Because we know it ain't true, so...
Part 41, who the fuck did I marry? So this is a continuation of my conversation with Chris, which will then lead into some other stuff. So Chris has confirmed that he has not spoken to Legion since 2015. So now we know that the phone calls that Legion was having every morning on the phone with Chris when we were getting ready to work, the phone calls were fake. I demonstrated in the last video how I think he, how he was doing those phone calls, because he would relay messages from me to whoever was on the phone. So Chris and I also then talked about their parents. So if you remember in the beginning, I told you from the get-go, this man was, very respectful of law enforcement because his dad was a retired Philadelphia police officer. The mom was a retired teacher. And so he had the utmost respect for law enforcement. That's what he used to always say. Because, again, there's a lot that he lied about. So I'm trying to only highlight the big things because, truthfully, it got to a point where when he would say that as a VP in his company, he had a meeting with the local sheriff. Child, we know that's a lie. So I don't even need to go into detail about that because, again, why? So I told Chris what Legion said about their dad being a retired police officer. And I was explaining how he said the mom was a retired teacher. So Chris listened. Again, very gracious, very nice guy. He listened and he was like, so are you ready for me to tell you what's true and what's not? And at this point, I was already convinced I was going to be drinking heavily that night after this phone call. So I was like, go ahead. All right. So here's what Legion said. Legion said, my dad was a retired police officer with Philadelphia PD. When he retired, he and my mom moved to Augusta. I was there for high school, and they started a church. He took me to that church in Augusta and showed me where the church that they started. The truth. Dad, according to Chris, their dad was nowhere near the church. That man ain't go to church on Easter. He ain't go to church on Christmas. He was like, my dad he ain't stepped foot in the church since the day he got married. That was the last time he went to church. He didn't have nothing to do with church. He said that their father was the furthest thing from a pastor. And he was like, I love my dad, but that man drank, smoked, and he was not a pastor. The mom was not a retired teacher. She did substitute teach at one point, but she was not a retired teacher. The dad was a truck driver. And not only was the dad...
Here we go, lying about being... Liar McFarland. Lying just a lie.
Truck driver, at one point he was a correctional officer. And so I said to Chris, I was like, yeah, I said I had no idea, of course. I had no idea. So now we know the truth. The dad was never in law enforcement. And I'm not knocking correctional officers. I want to make very clear, because I know that sometimes people that work in law enforcement feel like, look, when I'm out there patrolling, that is not the same as being a correction officer, and correction officers may feel the same. So I just want to give the distinction between the two. So the dad at one point was a correction officer. However, his primary career was a truck driver. And so the dad would do long hauls. So Chris is explaining, no, he was like, now that's funny. He said, if you knew our dad, you would understand how funny that is to even insinuate that he was a pastor. And so I told him about the church that we went to. He was like, oh, okay. So he took you to a church in Augusta and told you that was our parents' church. He was like, now our mom used to go to church, every now and then. But he said, our dad ain't been to church since the day he married mom. So the church that Legion took me to and said that his parents started that church, that was not true. So he just took me on a field trip for nothing, basically. So I told him about the weekend, because I did tell Chris where I worked. And that is when Chris said to me, because at the time I worked in a law enforcement agency, and he said to me, now how does that work? He said, because Legion, he done been in trouble a few times. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I had not yet gone online into the court system to see what type of trouble he's been in. And so he explained to me, he was like, just run his criminal history and you'll see it for yourself. He said, because I don't know all the charges, but run his criminal history. I said, okay. He gave me some homework. I'll run his criminal history. So again, he cleared up a lot of stuff in regards to the family dynamics. He did explain to me that, yes, he does have a daughter. He and his ex-wife are divorced. And I said, well, Legion would talk about the niece, meaning Chris's daughter, and would send her stuff for her birthday. And he was like, he said, I'm almost positive my brother never sent anything for my daughter's birthday. And I explained to him, I said, isn't your daughter's name Egypt? He said, no. Who the hell is Egypt? And I said, I was told that was your daughter's name. That's the reason why I'm saying the name on here, because obviously we're about to confirm that's not the daughter. So I said, I was told that's your daughter's name. I said, I went with him to Rack Room Shoes and bought shoes for what I was told was your daughter. And she lived in St. Louis with your ex-wife. He said, no. He said, my daughter and my ex-wife do not live in St. Louis. He said, I don't know who Egypt is. He was like, are you sure it wasn't for a woman? And I said, well, it was kids' shoes. And he was like, no. He said, and I told him, I said, I went to the UPS store, I mailed it, and they printed the label with the girl's name on it. And I'm thinking this whole time, it's Legion's niece. Chris is like, I don't know who that is. That's not even the name of one of our cousins. So I have no idea, ladies and gentlemen, who my ex-husband was buying girl shoes for and had me sending them, telling me it's for his niece. have no idea. So Chris is like, yeah, he finally said to me the same thing the ex-wife said, which is pretty much whatever he told you is a lie. And I'm being honest with you guys. It is very hard to comprehend
everything
that everything's a lie. Like there has to be something that
everything out this motherfucker's mouth is a motherfucking lie.
It's true. I'm like, how is he paying if he wasn't working at the condiment company? Or he got fired from the condiment company, how is he still paying the bills? Keep in mind, we never joined our accounts. He wanted to, but we never did because he wouldn't show me the savings account, which of course never existed. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, I know that I saw his checking account. I know that I saw his savings account and he had money in there. Something had to be true. Something had to be true. And Chris was like, no, he said, it sounds like everything my brother said. Everything that he told you was made up. He said those phone calls were definitely made up. He said, I don't know who Egypt is. That's not any family member of ours. I don't know who Shantae is. We don't have a sister. He said, we don't have half brothers. He was like.
And what's even more fucked up is she went in to have a DNC done and he was supposed to have been with her. And instead he was like, oh, I'll send my sister up. I'll send my sister to be there with you. And she was like, no. First of all, no, you won't. Second of all, I don't even know your sister. Come to find out, he didn't even have any fucking sisters. It was his cousin, and she hadn't even spoke to him in so long that, oh my God, y'all.
I'm telling you who the family members are. He said, I am so sorry that my brother put you through this. So now let's go into the next part. Part 42. Who the fuck did I marry? So I finished going through the book bag. Still July 2021. I finished going through the book bag. There were some other folders with papers in there. He had left the work phone. What I actually found out was that it was not a work phone. It was simply a secondary personal phone. He told me it was a work phone. I thought that the company was paying for the work phone. That's what I thought. No, because I found receipts where basically, and I didn't know this, ladies and gentlemen, I had no idea. But I found receipts where it was a prepaid phone and he's paying to add minutes to it. So it's just receipts of, you added minutes to the phone on this date. You added minutes on that date. So the work phone whole thing, that was a bold-faced lie. Obviously, it was a lie because as we now know, he was a forklift loader. So the work phone that he's been walking around with was really just a secondary phone. He had left the phone. He took his personal phone, meaning the main phone, I should say. But the work phone, he left. So I'm going through the work phone just trying to find some sort of answer. Now what is really burning in my mind is how is it that he had all this money in the accounts? But again, the last time I saw him, he's living in his car. Like, the math is not mathing. I go into not just the photos of the work phone. I go into the deleted folder. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to go through somebody's phone, which I will never do again, but if you're going to go through the phone, don't just go through the text messages and the pictures. Go into the deleted folder. Because sometimes you find a gold mine. In this case, I went into the deleted folder of the pictures in the work phone. I keep saying work phones because, again, this is just a secondary phone. It is deactivated. There's no minutes on it. So I go into the deleted pictures. And what I see is what looks like a screenshot of his checking account, the one that I saw with the available balance. Then there's another photo of the screenshot of the savings that he showed me. Now, one of two things it could be. Either one, it's not real and it was pulled offline, or two, he took a screenshot of his own account and saved the photos. So this is when I got introduced to reverse Google image search. I did a reverse Google image search. Sure enough, as you probably have figured out, some of you, because I read it in the comments, what he showed me when he turned his phone around, showing me his available checking account balance, was nothing more than a screenshot that he had found on Google. When he showed me his savings, turned the phone around, because remember, I demonstrated for y'all how he was, and then, turned it around and showed it to me as if he was signing in. When he did that, he was
Lord, Roro, what you doing, girl?
Girl. Ooh, I made it to 48.
Crazy.
I got thoughts. Number one, this right here. Why was he pulling up his account on his work phone? Why wasn't he using his personal phone? See what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, why was he using his, quote, work phone to pull up his bank information, which,
Because it was the burner phone with all the bullshit and lies on it.
Right. But it's like, I would be like, why are you using your work phone to pull up your personal bank information? But go ahead. I don't want to interrupt. Girl, I got thoughts.
What? See, this like, look, his ass been lying the whole motherfucking time. Girl, the whole motherfucking time. I said, oh my God, I can't believe his family. He lied about, like, he even took her to a fucking cemetery and was like, this is my grandparents' heads. It wasn't even their fucking graves.
Nope.
I'm like, what? You psycho motherfucker, you.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Last night I came in late, but it's like one of those streams you couldn't jump in the middle. I had to go back to the beginning. I didn't look at chat because chat was talking about what he looked like, and I wasn't up to that part, you know. So I had it on like I could only go to like 1.25 speed because you had her going fast, and she was like, blah, 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 blah. So when I finally called up, you said, okay, y'all, I got to go to bed. I was like, oh, damn, no, girl. No.
Tired, girl.
I know, girl. I was tired, too. But go ahead and play it. I just want to hop up here.
All right, baby, let's roll.
Let's roll, baby. Let's roll. She gave me chicken nugget money, honey.
Say, here's your chicken nugget money.
Here's your chicken nugget money. Let's roll.
Me a screenshot that he had taken from Google Images, because when I did a reverse Google image search with those two photos, the checking and the savings, it came right up. It was nothing more than just Google Images. In my phone, I didn't even need this because, again, I already knew that he was not a VP regional manager, but still, for shits and giggles, I did a reverse image search of the charcoal BMW. Remember I told y'all he had sent me pictures of the company car. Nothing more than a screenshot he had taken off of Google Images. The house that he showed me that he had in San Diego, Google Images. So what we can now confirm is anything he showed me when he's turning his phone around is nothing more than an image from Google Images at this point. The checking account, the savings account, Google Images. The house, Google Images. The company car, that charcoal gray BMW 5 Series, Google Images. So at this point, I realized, okay, nothing is real. And I wasn't so much in a rage, to be honest with you. I wasn't in a rage then and there, as much as it was, I really truly had a moment where I said to myself, oh my God, what the fuck have I let in my life? Like, this is not even human at this point. That's really how I felt. Like, again, as someone who, I studied psychology, but I didn't graduate with a psychology degree. However, I have never dealt with a pathological liar. I have studied about them, but I have never come into contact with a pathological liar. Because to a compulsive liar, if you ask them, man, why did you lie to me? They probably are going to have a reason. Pathological liars don't have a reason. Like, there's no limit to the lie. So I have now confirmed that at least 70% of everything that I thought I knew is now absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. So in between all of this, I get a phone call from the aunt in Augusta. The aunt in Augusta, who Chris has confirmed is the mother's best friend. She is not their mother's sister or dad's sister. She's the best friend of the deceased mom. She calls me, and this is the one I have met. This is the one that Chris was like, I don't trust that hoe, anyway. So she called because she wanted to know what happened. She wasn't trying to be nosy or messy or anything like that. She's just trying to find out what happened because apparently Legion is trying to come stay with her. So she asked me, sweet lady, but she said, you know what?
Look, he knows what time it is. She knows what time it is.
Yup.
Let me call and confirm, because, man, you be lying about every fucking thing. You be lying about changing your damn drawers, shit.
I want to know who Egypt is and who she bought them little shoes for, them little shoes. Yup.
What happened with you guys? And I told her we're getting a divorce. I said because he lied to me a lot. He lied to me a lot. And so what breaks my heart about the conversation with her is that she said, so whatever happened to the baby? Mind you, we went to Augusta, told her I was pregnant.
Wait.
I thought he told.
Oh, wow. She said whatever happened to the baby, so she didn't know. See?
Told her that I had a miscarriage. He didn't. He never told this woman I had a miscarriage. So she informs me. This is what she tells me. So now we're confirming something else. She tells me that on at least 5 times while I'm at work, Legion was driving to Augusta and telling her that he was going to visit the church of where the parents allegedly started, the church that the parents started. And I was like, what do you mean he went to Augusta? She said, I've seen him like 4 or 5 times. He's come down here, and each time I've asked him to bring the baby. And I said, what baby? And she said, the baby that y'all had. He told me that y'all had a baby boy. And I said, no, ma'am. I said, I had a miscarriage in June of 2020. And she said, oh my God. Oh, you know, she was doing that whole thing. She said, this whole time, he told me that y'all had a son in January. And I had been asking him for pictures. I had been asking him to bring both of you down here so I could meet him. And he always had an excuse as to why he wouldn't bring the baby. And the last time he was in Augusta, he said that he was leaving you and he was taking the baby with him and that you were at work.
And another one.
I'm not making this up. That is what that woman told me.
Right. And another 5 lies.
Yeah, another 5 million. That's what his name should have been. And another one. And another one. Woo. So now they done had a baby. Okay.
And I just was like, no, ma'am, none of that is true. There is no baby. I said I had no idea he was going to Augusta. Next part. Part 43, who the fuck did I marry? So after the conversation with the aunt, again, she's telling me that Legion has been keeping up this lie that we had a son. I let her know, no, ma'am, there was no baby. We did not have a baby. And I said, I thought that he told you. And she said, he's told a few people that you all had a baby. And she said, because I know some people were trying to send a gift to celebrate the birth. I didn't know anything about that. Didn't know anything about that. So she said, he's trying to come stay with me. She said, but I don't think I want him to, again, she's an older lady. She's like, I don't think I want him to come here because I don't really want to get involved with his divorce again. And I said, what do you mean again? I said, are you talking about the previous wife? And I said the previous ex-wife's name. She said, I don't know who that is. I'm talking about LaTanya, that one, the first one. And I said, well, what happened? Do y'all remember I said in my previous video that I read their divorce records. He had filed for divorce and they had a temporary protection order against each other. I said that. So now.
Yes, I remember her saying that she got in there and read it and that there was one against her and one against him. That they both had them against each other.
The aunt is on the phone saying that she had to go to court and testify on Legion's behalf in regards to the temporary protective order. And I was like, well, what happened? She said they got into a fight with each other. And she slapped him. And I said, well, do you know why they got into a fight? And she said, yeah, apparently he had lied to the wife and it was something major and they got into a physical fight. And she said that woman almost beat his behind. And so he asked the court for a temporary protective order. So now I'm just getting the backstory on how that TPO was even came into play. So I told her, I said, you know, Miss Christy, we'll call her. I said, you don't have to worry about that. I said, we're not, he's already in the paperwork. We're not fighting. I don't have it in me. I don't. So I said, I'm not going to tell you not to have certain people in your home, but I am going to tell you that I'm just barely kind of discovering exactly what the lies are in regards to Legion. So if you feel comfortable having him in your home, then do it. I said, but I am going forward with this divorce. And once the divorce is final, I will have nothing to do with him. And I said, and I'm so sorry, you know, that he lied to you and kind of pulled at your heartstrings in regards to a baby. I said, there is no baby. So she said, so y'all are really getting a divorce? I said, and I didn't want to cuss to the older ladies, but I said, yes, ma'am, we are. And so we get off the phone. Also during this time, Legion would call me every now and then. Legion had no idea. I've spoken to his ex-wife. I've spoken to his brother. I've spoken to his female cousin. He had no idea. I have now, if we want to go through real quick and talk about what we can confirm. We can confirm that there is no sister. We already knew there was no baby. There was no VP job. Again, he was a temp. And apparently he was making decent money. So what I believe, and this is just what I think off of putting pieces together, I think that he made enough money to pay the household bills because it wasn't as if the household bills were so expensive. He made enough money to live on his own. But instead of him living on his own, he's living with me. So we can also confirm that when he told me that he was paying his car off and he called the dealership and paid his car off, we can confirm that that's a lie. That story will come up later on. So pretty much at this point, the only thing I know to be true, his name, his date of birth, the secondary social security number that was on my background check, and that he has 2 brothers and the parents are deceased. At this point in time of July 2021, that is all I can. That's all that I was able to confirm that to be true. So later on, Legion calls me. He calls me because he wants some money. He just needs a little bit of money to hold him over till payday. And so we're on the phone. The call again. I was recording all my calls at the time. We're on the phone, and I finally kind of confronted him. Number one, about having a twin. That's when he tells me, I don't know why I lied, but I don't really talk about him. Number two, I asked him why did he get fired from the condiment company. His story is that he got fired because he had helped a truck driver and he was not supposed to. I know it's a lie. Y'all don't even have to tell me. I know it's a lie. Number three, I asked him, why did you tell your aunt that we had a baby? He claims he never told her that and that she's old and she didn't know what she was talking about. So then I asked him if he was ever in trouble where he's been arrested. And he said, yeah, I've been arrested as a juvenile, but my father had my record expunged. I said, were you ever arrested as an adult? He said, no, I never been arrested as an adult. I said, so you never went to weekend jail? He said, no, I don't even know what that is. So he doesn't know what weekend jail is. So that's his story. And so he was still standing by the lies he told me. So finally, I just asked him, and this is where let me just say it. I asked him, why the hell did you even marry me? Like, why? Why did you even marry me? Because you easily could have just stayed dating or been the boyfriend or just moved on with your life. Like, you didn't have to marry me. You didn't have to pull me into a marriage and make me think that this is what you wanted. This is what he said to me on that phone call. He said, I had to marry you. And I was like, no, you didn't. He said, yes, I did. He said, I knew full well from day one that there was no way you were going to stay my girlfriend for longer than a year. He said, I knew it. He said, I knew in order to keep you, I was going to have to marry you. Y'all, my jaw hit the ground. I could not believe he said that. And he said it so matter of fact. And I was like, that is the most fucked up thing you could ever say. Part 44. Who the fuck did I marry? The videos that you saw earlier were filmed earlier today. And yes, I'm aware. It was brought to my attention. I had to make a decision whether or not to finish, keep my word, or stop, disappear. Disappear. Okay. Let's finish.
Well, I don't know what that was about. Do y'all know what that was about?
So, first of all, let me say this. It is not easy telling this story. It's entertaining. I know it's gone viral. But it is not easy telling this story. I made a decision to tell the story. I made a decision to share my story, what I went through, in hopes that it helps just one person. But I would be remiss if I didn't tell you all, it is not easy telling this story, to relive it, to face certain things out loud that I had to face internally. Just want to say that. So I will push forward to finish, but today got to me. The toll of this got to me today. So I know that you all are like, we're waiting on the next.
So basically, he made a TikTok video and responded. Wow. Okay. So that's what she was talking about. Wow.
Next part. We're waiting on the next part. I appreciate that. And I get it. Because if I was in those shoes, I would be waiting too and be like, where is it? So I understand that. But the toll was real today. All right. So with that being said, we are still in July of 2021. I talked to the brother, Chris. I talked to the aunt. I talked to all these people. And now was the time where I saw the receipts for the weekend jail type thing. So I went ahead and did a search for his criminal history.
ASU mom, for anybody that missed it, said someone found Legion and she asked the person to give her at least 48 hours before they released his information. She was scared.
I ran his criminal history. I did that on my own at home with my money. So this was not, I think someone had asked if I did anything with my job. No, I did not. I know better. So I ran a criminal history, or I paid for a criminal background report. For him to say that he appreciates law enforcement so much, it was obviously a lie, because the criminal history showed that he had been arrested for criminal trespassing. He had been arrested for like suspended license, suspended registration. But the big thing was impersonating an officer. If you don't know
Oh
anything about
my
impersonating an
God. Oh my God. Oh me, oh my God. Wow. What the absolute fuck? Oh my. Impersonating a police officer, yo. What the fuck? Dude, hell no. He's taking shit way too motherfucking far, Jack. Holy fuck. Row. What the fuck?
Girl. Girl. I know.
Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's no telling. I mean, look, everybody in chat, we all feel for this woman, right? There ain't no telling how much hate she was getting in the comments, plus having to relive it, plus just feeling like a fool because she ignored all those flags, So I'm sure it was hard to, to to go through it in so much detail, and she had to go through it with a lot of detail because you can't tell this story in 30 minutes, It's a lot.
Look, it is. And you know what, though? Part of me is like, you look,
Yup.
sis, I know
Yeah,
you
I
caught
know.
onto it, but she was stigmatized, and I feel like you knew in your heart what was going on.
Yeah, but see, that money, that, that I'll come save you with that tire, honey. That was the first, and you got him moving in 2 weeks. Come on now.
Yes.
I mean, at some point, and I think she does, take responsibility, for,
Yeah, she said, yeah.
Yeah, so, that I get that, and I get, during the whole shutdown and everything shut down, everybody was going crazy, everybody thought they was gonna die. So I get that, but I think it was kind of ironic, that she had to have a DNC the day after his birthday, and then on his birthday she threw him out, so it's exactly a year,
Yeah.
A year, kind of wild. But anyway, go ahead, proceed on, girl, proceed on.
Somebody said they want to play that little bit back again. Okay, hold on, let me
Yeah.
rewind for you, baby. Here we go.
Round report.
So she said she runs his criminal background check, right? Okay, so here's what she comes up with when she runs it. Let me see, make sure I got it turned up. Okay.
For him to say that he appreciates law enforcement so much, it was basically a lie, because the criminal history showed that he had been arrested for criminal trespassing. He had been arrested for like suspended license, suspended registration. But the big thing was impersonating an officer. If you don't know anything about impersonating an officer, it is a felony.
Period, point blank, baby. You cannot impersonate an officer. You cannot go out here and pretend that you're a police officer. I mean, you can, be an informant all day long, baby.
Yeah.
But you can't go out here and pretend you're the police. No.
Yeah. Wait till you find out how he did it and what he did and what he did. I got the 48. Like I said, I got the 48.
Girl, you done watched ahead of time. Don't you be giving us no blue.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna mute.
My God.
Yeah, I got thoughts. I got thoughts, girl.
Shit. Okay, here we go. Impersonating the police officers.
Not the popo. Go big or go home,
he really
honey.
did lose his motherfucking rabbit ass mind, boy.
Wait till you just listen.
As sure as Peachtree runs from Bankhead to Buckhead, it is a felony. So seeing what court it was in, I did another open records request for the incident report. I wanted to know exactly what the circumstances were, especially given the fact that I worked in law enforcement at the time. What were the circumstances as to how he was arrested for impersonating an officer? So I did an open records request. I got the incident report, and I'm tired of saying my jaw hit the floor. But on this one, my jaw hit the fucking floor. I respect law enforcement. Again, I was working in an agency with a lot of great men and women. Basically, what the incident report, I'm paraphrasing it because I don't have it sitting in front of me. Basically, what the incident report shows is that he pretended to be an officer using a badge. I later found out it was the badge that his dad had as a former correction officer. Same last name. So he was pretending to be a police officer at an apartment complex on the south side of Atlanta and proceeded to tell people that he was an investigator and he was looking for drugs. He also proceeded to try to pat down someone, and then also proceeded to try to go into a woman's apartment and do a search. This is in the incident report. So
Stop it a
naturally,
minute.
the woman who he was trying to get into her
What
Tried
is
to
the
search a
absolute
woman.
motherfuck? What?
Yes, girl. Tried to search a woman's apartment, honey. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yup.
my gosh. What
I ain't gonna
the
say nothing. He
fuck?
picked the wrong woman. He picked the wrong woman.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, my mouth is
Look.
on the motherfucking floor. This fucking predator ass motherfucking lying,
Yep.
stinking ass,
Yep.
booty ass bitch. Let me go
Yep.
back. I didn't hear this shit the fuck again. I
Look what
cannot.
Flutter
What
said.
the
Did he have a
fuck?
press pass too? Did he have a press pass too? He might have on a lanyard. You never know.
Wow, man, what the fuck? A fake badge and everything. Yeah, he really
Yep.
taking. He
Using
really
his daddy's
taking shit.
CO badge. Yep. Using his daddy's CO badge.
What the fuck?
Replay that.
Seeing what court it was in, I did another open records request for the incident report. I wanted to know exactly what the circumstances were, especially given the fact that I worked in law enforcement at the time. What were the circumstances as to how he was arrested for impersonating an officer? So I did an open records request. I got the incident report, and I'm tired of saying my jaw hit the floor. But on this one, my jaw hit the fucking floor. I respect law enforcement. Again, I was working in an agency with a lot of great men and women. Basically, what the incident report, I'm paraphrasing it because I don't have it sitting in front of me. Basically, what the incident report shows is that he pretended to be an officer using a badge. I later found out it was the badge that his dad had as a former correction officer. Same last name. So he was pretending to be a police officer at an apartment complex on the south side of Atlanta and proceeded to tell people that he was an investigator and he was looking for drugs. He also proceeded to try to pat down someone, and then also proceeded to try to go into a woman's apartment and do a search. This is in the incident report.
Wow.
So, naturally, the woman who he was trying to get into her apartment.
Oh my fucking god, you guys. Oh my motherfucking god. You know what? Thank God she's safe and he didn't kill her.
Yeah. Yeah.
To do a search.
Yeah.
Happened to.
Is that what's wrong with his knee? Did he get shot in the back of his knee or something?
I don't know. She might have took a bat to it, you know.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay.
Either work with or worked at a local police department. So she just simply called her coworkers or called her homeboys or whatever. And so he was subsequently arrested and subsequently was charged and found guilty. That is what I found in his criminal record report. It is fair to note, had I known that he had a criminal history, we never would have even finished date number one. Some things I'm just not going to get involved with if I know from the rip. So
right.
What does this mean? Again, we've been going over what's the lie, what can you confirm? I can confirm that there was no way that this man ever had a passport to take me to London. When he claimed that he was voting in the election, there's no way that he did, because he tried to tell me that he was still a registered voter in California and that he did it online. I knew it was a lie, but again, at this point in July, I'm able to confirm that, yeah, you never had a passport. You never voted. The small things that mean something to me. He never did it. He wasn't eligible to. So now I know that not only have you, yes, been arrested. Now, what happened as a juvenile, I don't care, but you have been arrested. You have done some sort of time. And now it explains why you knew your way around the county so well. If you go back to the previous videos, I had mentioned that I was wondering, how do you know your way around here? And the story was his sister used to live in this county and he would come visit when he would fly in from California, when he would go see his parents in Augusta. That was the story. So that explains the criminal history. And I'm also going to take you guys back and remind you when I had to go in for my polygraph and how the polygrapher had asked me, do you know anyone that is a convicted felon that you have relationships with, blah, blah, blah. And remember, I said to him, my husband and I are estranged. I honestly don't know. Fast forward to July, where I find out that, yes, in fact, on top of everything, I was married to a convicted felon. Had no idea whatsoever. And it's nothing but the grace of God that I was honest with the polygrapher and telling him, look, I don't know what's in this man's background. To say that I have no idea who I married is an understatement. It is a complete understatement. It's fair to say, well, you only knew him for like 2.5 weeks before you quarantined with him. That's fair. And I can understand that. And I take responsibility for that. But in the big scheme of things, I had no idea the creature that I was sleeping next to every night. No idea. All right, part 45.
You know, that's got to be a
straight mind fuck. But that's how I think of it. Like when people, like when spouses find out about like their significant others being rapists or murderers,
right,
or
right.
You've been sleeping next to this motherfucker for how long, and they were out doing that shit, and then coming home and sleeping like a fucking baby with the fan on, bitch. What?
Yes.
And you were next to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh hell no, hell no. And I mean, I can like I said, I can understand why they'd be so angry.
But like Indy said, you never hear love, care. I loved him deeply. It's all about the money, the houses, the cars, and if you look, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. Go on. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. I just got thoughts, but go on, girl.
Yeah, we're almost done. We got about 5 of these left, and we're done.
Who the fuck did I marry? So we are now end of July, August timeframe. During this time, Legion basically disappeared. Remember, I'm still waiting on the final divorce decree to come up. I'm actually waiting for the 30 days to be up so I can file a divorce settlement form. So I'm waiting on those 30 days to be up. I'm playing nice with him. I'm being cordial. I have uncovered all kinds of stuff. But just in case he was going to act a fool, I was trying to be cordial. So I had spoken to him on like a Monday, and I was trying to get a hold of him for something. But I'm the one that initiated a phone call in the coming days. Never heard from him. Never heard from him at all. His phone was dead. It was going straight to voicemail. And I genuinely was worried. A few days turned into a week. By the time I hadn't heard from him in a week, because I knew he was not living anywhere but his car. I knew that. So this is what happened, y'all. I first reached out on Facebook. Remember, even though he has told me that he had all these siblings, we know he didn't have all these siblings. But remember, I told y'all I had met the brother in Augusta, and I had met the brother in Baltimore. These are people I've met. The brother in Baltimore I talked to on FaceTime. The brother in Augusta I've actually physically met, hugged, shake hands, all that. So I reached out on Facebook to people that I remember him talking about all the time. The friend Omar, the brother in Augusta, the brother in Baltimore, another cousin in Augusta. I was doing a search for these people's names, just like, hey, have you heard from Legion? The brother in Augusta told me, no, I haven't heard from him. I've been trying to reach him, but the phone's going straight to voicemail. I knew he was living in his car. So my brain was doing everything it could not to go on the deep end. I reached out on Facebook to the brother in Baltimore. And I said, hey, gave him my name. And I said, have you heard from Legion? Now, mind you, the brother in Baltimore and him have talked on speakerphone. I guess it's important that I make that distinction. They have talked on speakerphone. So I know that they have talked at least in 2020. So I said to him, again, according to Legion, they talk all the time, but I've heard them on the phone in 2020. So I said, have you talked to him? The brother from Baltimore informs me, no, I ain't talked to him. He owes me money. So I ain't got nothing to say to him. And I said, wait a second, like, he was telling me that y'all are brothers. He was like, man, he's like a brother, but I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with him because he owes me money. So they had not spoken. This is now July 2021. They had not spoken in well over 6 months. So all the phone calls, this is what it means, guys. All the phone calls that he had with the brother in Baltimore in 2021 were not real. Then I reached out to the Omar guy. And I remember the story was that he and him known each other's years since California, worked together at a condiment company. I reached out to Omar and said, have you heard from Legion by any chance? Explained who I was. He responds with, and I'll never forget it. He responds with, no, I have not heard from him. I have absolutely no contact with him whatsoever. We are not friends. And I would appreciate if you do not reach out to me again about him. The stories I was told was that this dude is supposedly his best friend. Shocking moment. So they had not spoken in years. They're not cool. He does not fool with him. Okay. Went on to the next person, a female cousin I had met. She said, no, I have not heard from him. why would I hear from him? We don't really talk. Like, I think she was genuinely weirded out by the fact that I'm reaching out to her out of the blue, asking, "Hey, by any chance, have you talked to my soon-to-be ex-husband?" So what I discovered because he ended up being gone for 2 weeks. What I discovered in those 2 weeks, let me be very clear with the statement I'm getting ready to make. I reached out to every person I know who apparently has had some form of relationship with him. Either he said that they were friends, they talked on the phone, he said they hung out. The brother in Baltimore, I was told, had been to the house while I was at work. Brother in Baltimore said, no, that never happened. I've never been to your house. All these people knew that Legion was a liar. And I think that they all felt bad, with the exception of the Omar guy, felt bad that I was kind of just discovering what they've known for years. In those 2 weeks, I found out every single person I reached out to, not a single one of them gave a shit if that man was dead or alive. All of them had the attitude, some even said it, no, I haven't heard from him. I don't care to hear from him. It was as if, for me, it was such a sad moment because I discovered this man has no friends. Fuck whatever he has said. I'm now able to prove it. He has no friends. There is nobody who is concerned that they have not heard or seen him in over 2 weeks. Some people months. One guy years. None of them were concerned. So basically what I'm saying is that I discovered he had burned bridges with everyone. Burned bridges with family, burned bridges with so-called friends, burned bridges with fake brothers, fake sisters, fake aunties, uncles, everything. He had burned bridges with everyone. And for me, that was more telling than anything else. Yes, I knew he was a liar. Yes, I knew he had made stuff up. I was genuinely surprised to discover nobody gave a shit about this man. No one. I had never met every single family member, but the fact that he was living in his car, the fact that he wasn't bathing and was just had disappeared was shocking to me. So, where was he for those 2 weeks? Glad you asked. He had checked himself into a behavioral hospital in Augusta. Why? Not to get help. No. This is July in Georgia. It's hot as hell. It's sweaty. It's damp. It's humid. It's everything. He checked himself into a hospital so he could stop sleeping in his car for 2 weeks. When he checked himself in, they took his phone, and that's why no one was able to get a hold of him. And by no one, I mean me. He checked himself into a hospital so that he could have a bed for a couple of weeks. That's the type of human being.
Baby, he was pissing in bottles and lying to you about every fucking thing he could. We know what kind of human being he is. What the hell? Oh, nasty ass lying motherfucking shitbag. And I could tell you right now, I could see him doing that shit, going into the hospital or going, getting into a fight so he can go sit in the jail. Because, I mean, who would want to be outside in the Georgia heat in the middle of July when you can just pretend and go turn yourself in? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's a fucking straight con artist liar.
Yep. I ain't no telling what he told them to get 2 weeks, too, you know?
Right.
Just saying.
That was the only way.
Wasn't 72 hours.
Right.
46. Who the fuck did I marry? So after the whole missing in action debacle where he disappeared for a couple of weeks, Legion started calling and texting me, telling me that he was ready to come home. Yes, you heard that correct. So
what?
Apparently, someone had told him that legally he did not have to leave the house when I kicked him out because it was a marital home and he had just as much right to be there as I did. So he started harassing and calling the shit out of me. He was calling, 30 times in 1 hour. He was Facebook Messenger calling me. Let me be clear. Facebook Messenger calling me. He was calling me so much. He was messaging me saying, I'm coming home. I'm going to get some money and drive up from Augusta. You have to let me in the house. It's not fair what you're doing. All this other bullshit. It was non-stop. He would start calling at 7 o'clock in the morning. He would not stop calling until 10 o'clock at night. He was calling so much, leaving messages, like I said, just straight up harassing me. So I reached out to attorney friends. I reached out to local law enforcement. Local law enforcement informed me, well, technically, he's right because he is still legally your husband. Our divorce had not been finalized at this point. The paperwork had been sent in. I was just waiting on the judge to give me her signature, but it hadn't happened yet. So the local law enforcement did tell me if he comes back, our officers would have to let him in the house. You don't have to stay there. They gave me different options. I was trying everything in the book because he is saying I'm coming back to the house.
Yep, marital home. You cannot change the locks until that divorce is final. You can against the law. It's jacked up, but that's the way it is. You cannot change the locks. That's all right. Karma gonna get him.
Right.
I told him, do not come. You are not welcome. I'm not letting you in the house. Again, the locks have been changed. The code had been changed. So I told him, if you come to this house, step foot on this property, I'm calling the police and getting you arrested for trespassing. You should know about that. He was adamant. He was adamant that he was allowed back in the home. He didn't know the conversations I had with local law enforcement, but somebody was in his ear telling him, nah, you can go home because she's not allowed to kick you out. Okay. So I didn't know when he was scheduled to come because he was trying to get the money for the gas to get back to Clayton County. I tried everything I could. Basically, what my options were simple. Let him in the home, and I can stay in the home, put him in a room, just have no dealings with him. But again, I don't want to be under the same roof with him. This is what the local police told me. I could have an officer go room to room and let his body cam film the room to see the condition of the house. And if Legion showed up, I would leave the house. I can go to a family member's home and stay there. This is literally in August, right before my lease is up. So I was already moving. I had already secured another home, did exactly what I said I was going to do, moving to Cobb County. So I just needed a couple of weeks before I vacate the home. So the other option was, again, have the officer film the home with the body camera. That way it shows what the condition of the home is at the time that he moved in. So if anything gets messed up, I can sue him. What am I going to sue him for? But nevertheless, or the third option is I can stay there with him, make life miserable. So my plan was the option of have them.
Yeah. What you gonna take from him? His piss bottles? Yeah.
Yuck, row. No, you didn't. No.
Oh, honey.
Oh, my Lantis, baby. All right, we got 3 episodes left, y'all. Here we go.
And film the home. I was not staying in the same house with him. I didn't care. Also, there was no guarantee, and I told the officer this. Look, if y'all allow him to stay in this house, I am telling you, by tomorrow morning, every utility in this house will be off. He will have no running water. He will have no air condition. This place will feel like a sauna. Officer kind of chuckled and was like, again, ma'am, I mean, this is one of those domestic situations. He is allowed in the home. Okay. So again, I had no idea when he was coming. I was on pins and needles every day. I'm seeing the phone ring.
I bet she is.
Every hour. I'm seeing the messages. I'm seeing this. I had reached out to a police captain. I had reached out to the...
I bet she is on pins and fucking needles waiting on him to get there because she has no idea,
Heck yeah. And she's done saying that he's acted like a police officer and tried to search a woman's home. I mean, what's he gonna come back and do? I'd be scared too. Yep.
Man. All right, baby. Ready?
The chief of police. I was trying to get all kinds of help. Like, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. So he eventually tells me I'm going to be there on Wednesday. This is just an example. I'm going to be there on Wednesday. I had been calling a police captain who was really gracious, really kind, and was trying to help me because I was like, bro, I just need 2 weeks and I'm out of this house. And we already knew he legally could not go to the new house. I was trying to see if I could move in early to the new place. The landlord was like, I really can't let you. So I felt like I was running out of options. He's saying he's coming. He's saying he's coming. He's adamant he's coming. I guess somebody felt sorry and gave him some gas money so he could drive from Augusta up to Clayton County. So the day before all this goes down, the police captain called me and he informs me that they ran his name through GCIC, which is a database that law enforcement agencies use. Turns out he has a warrant for his arrest. So the police captain says this changes everything. If he shows up to the house, don't do anything, call us. I will have officers to your home and they will simply arrest him. So I know that this is a short part, but I'm going to dedicate the next part to what happened when he showed up to my house.
Now see, this is where I stop watching. This is where
all right, here we go. This is where it gets good.
Here's what happened.
Don't get me wrong, it's been good the whole time. I'm just saying.
I know. Karma.
Yeah.
Went to work as usual. It actually happened on a Friday. I had to look at the dates. It happened on a Friday. Went to work. Still, he was calling me, texting me, messaging me that he was on his way. And so I was a bit on pins and needles all day. I was dreading going home, and that is a horrible feeling to dread to go home. So he had called me and said that he was at the house in the driveway I guess he had to use the restroom, so he decided to go to the Walmart up the street to go use the bathroom. I wasn't.
What, he didn't have a bottle?
Wasn't answering text messages. I simply called the police captain. I said, "Hey, he's saying that he's at the house." The police captain himself drove by the house, but I believe he drove by the house when Legion went to Walmart to use the bathroom. So the police captain was like, "I don't see anyone there, but again, when you get home, if he is there, do not engage. Call us, okay? No problem, because I got you on speed dial." So I go home. I'm on the phone with both my mother and my aunt on a 3-way call. They're both like, oh my God, you know, what do we need to do? I drive into my subdivision. What he did not know was that he had backed into the driveway up against the garage. Normally I park my car in the garage, but what he didn't know was that at the time I was driving a fleet car. So I wasn't even in my normal car. And I know that he was waiting to see my car, the Nissan Altima that he helped get, pull in to the subdivision and then pull in towards my townhome. That didn't happen because I'm in a different car. He didn't recognize it. So when I turned onto my street, as sure as it is hot in Georgia in the summer, that man was sitting in the driveway in his Ford Taurus. Okay. So I live at the time, not far from a cul-de-sac. So when you go straight down, you just turn around the cul-de-sac to come back up. So that's exactly what I did. I went to the corner, turned off so that I can see the house, but he would not have been able to see me. I went ahead and called 911. I was very calm, told them exactly what the captain had told me to say. I was like, my name is, the address is, I need police here because my ex-husband is here. He is not supposed to be here. And I feel as though I am in danger. She said, okay. She, again, regular phone call. She said, we're dispatching police to your home. As soon as I hang up, I then call the police captain. He immediately answers the phone. He says, we just got the call. I'm sending 4 officers your way. Okay, good. Get off the phone, call my mom and my aunt back because they were both like, call us back. Call them back on 3-way. I continue to sit there until I see 4 officers, 4 cars pull in and stop just in front of my house. So then I ease up. He gets out the car, I guess, trying to see what's going on. I explain to the officer that walks to my window. I say, this is what's going on. So I was trying to sound extra law enforcement smart. I was like, check him for GCIC. You're going to find that he has a warrant out for his arrest for violation of probation. And the officer kind of smirked because she was like, we know, we already checked GCIC. The captain called us. So I was like, okay. So anyway, they tell me to sit in the car. They go up to the window of the car and ask him to step out of the car. He does. When he stepped out of the car, I was like, oh my God. I hadn't seen him since the end of June when I met him at the UPS store. And he looked bad then. He was still in the same clothes. When I told you guys when I met him, he was like a size 3X. What got out of the car was easily a medium or large. Easily. That is how, and it makes sense because, he probably wasn't eating, except for somebody gave him $6 for chicken nuggets. But what got out of the car was something I didn't even recognize. So he gets out of the car. They arrest him. There was no incident or anything like that. He was arrested peacefully. They put him in the back seat. My neighbors are all looking like, what is going on? And so the officer comes up to me and she said, he's asking to speak to you. Do you want to speak to him? I said, yeah. So she walks with me. Keep in mind, she's wearing a body cam. So she walks with me to the window. They put the window down. And I remember looking at him. I was like, I told you not to come. And he said, I just wanted to get my stuff. I just wanted to get the TV. I said, what TV? The TV that you gave me in the divorce? And he was like, yeah, that TV. And I said, it's mine. You gave it to me. I have the fucking text messages proving that you gave me the TV. And I'm trying not to scream because the neighbors are all watching. And he's like, I know. I just needed my stuff. I'm sorry. I'll never bother you again. I'm sorry. And so I look at the officer and I was like, you have me out here with 4 fucking police cars. You have embarrassed me to no end. You have made a fool of me. And you got the audacity to now be like, I'm sorry. I'm like, fuck, you're sorry. So the officer was kind of like, okay. I said, I never want to see you again. He was like, you won't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So I walk off. The officer is like going through the stuff that was in his wallet. They took it out and put it on the roof of the car. So the stuff that was in his pants, like his wallet, his keys, they put it on the roof of the car when they had him get out the car. And so she's just like, I said, did you catch all that on body cam? And she said, yeah. I said, he gave me the TV. And she said, yeah. She's like, we're going to take him in and we'll have somebody look at him, because in her words, she said he's definitely having a mental episode right now in the backseat. And I just shrugged and I was just like, Mike, I just said, I just want to be done with him. I just want to be done. And so she was like, I understand. I totally get it. So his car is in my driveway. The keys and everything are, they took it with them because I guess since it was on him, they took it with them for processing at the jail. I think that's how that works, because I didn't see the wallet or the keys afterwards. So at this point, 4 officers leave. I go into the house. Everything's peaceful and calm. A few minutes later, I go outside to check the mail. What's in the mail? But a letter from the court. I open it up. I go into the house because, again, it's hot. I had my wig on. My head is all sweaty and stuff. I'm just angry and just angry. That raised my blood pressure. So I go in the house. I sit on the steps inside the house, and I open up the mail from the judge, and it's my final divorce decree. And I'm smiling right now. But y'all, when I got that divorce decree sitting on the stairs, I broke down into ugly Oprah tears. I broke down. It was as if a year worth of weight came off of me. I broke down, and I mean, I wailed. I broke down. I broke down so bad. Next part. All right, part 48. Who the fuck did I marry? So after I finished breaking down, wiped my tears, and his car is still in the driveway. I couldn't park in the driveway. So I called the car company. I had called the car company once before when he went missing for those 2 weeks to ask them if they maybe had a tracker on the car and could track it. And the nice gentleman informed me that the tracker had not been giving a signal off for about 5 months. So he wouldn't really give me details on the car, but obviously the car had not, the car payment was not being made on that car. It had not been made on that car for quite some time. So he and I split in June, but apparently the car payment wasn't made long before June. Can't speak to that, but he still had the car. So called the car company. I told them, I understand that y'all looking for this Ford Taurus. And the lady said, yes, or you can make a payment. I said, no, y'all can come get it. Here's the address. When do y'all want to get it? And she said, well, I can have a driver come get it tomorrow morning. I said, no problem. That car will be ready for you to get it tomorrow morning. And so the car was repossessed out of my driveway the next morning, Saturday. The driver was there about 7 o'clock in the morning. He had the master key for the car, cranked it up, drove it, put it on the tow truck, and left. Here's what that now means. When Legion left my house in June, he left with 2 bags of clothes. Everything else was in my house. At the end of July, or towards the end of July, everything that he had left in my house had been donated to the domestic violence shelter, which means that the only thing that Legion had were the clothes that he had taken with him in the car. When he got arrested in my driveway, all of his clothes were still in the car. And when the car got repossessed Saturday morning, all of the clothes were in there, which means that when he went to jail, whenever he got out, he only got out with keys to a car he no longer had, a wallet with probably no money in it, and the clothes that were on his back. Everything else was gone. Now we can fast forward to what happened around August 29th. So I was scheduled to move August 31st. Remember, I'm moving up to Cobb County. We had been checking the court documents. He had a court date scheduled for around August 29th or August 30th. I don't remember the exact date. The court time was supposed to be around 9 o'clock in the morning. My mom was watching the court filings online. And according to her, because I missed it, they showed him on the screen because this was still during Zoom. They showed him on the screen, and then he was ushered out of the court into like a back area, and an attorney spoke on his behalf. Between the time that he had been arrested and the time of the court date, I had never in my life slept so good. Truthfully, never slept so good. I was officially divorced. I had no ties to him. There was nothing in the house of his there was nothing of his that was still in the house. I felt free. So when the court date happened and my mom told me what she saw on the Zoom, I was confused. Is he getting out? Is he having to serve time? What's going on? I called the courts. I tried to speak to his attorney, and his attorney had a horrible attitude and was like, why are you calling me? And I informed him, I said, look, I'm a bit afraid of this man. So can you please just tell me if he is being released, or is he going to be kept, or if he is going to be sentenced to a longer jail term? He said, no, he's not being kept in a longer jail term because the warrant had expired. So when the police arrested him, yes, it was a valid arrest, but the warrant had expired. So I believe the warrant had expired like 6 months earlier, but of course it wasn't put in the system. Which means that if the court date is August 29th, he's going to be released August 29th or August 30th. I'm moving August 31st. So my mom was just like, please just spend the night at your aunt's house. Like, just spend the night at your aunt's house, then go back to the house during the day. The movers will be there, and then just move. So that's exactly what I did, because there was concern that he would get out of jail angry and catch an Uber with no money and come back to the house, either for retaliation or because he's just in a fucking manic mode. And so that's where he went. I really didn't want to take any chances. It's just that simple. I did not want to take any chances. I knew that at that point, legally, the law's on my side. Y'all are divorced. You have no reason to be at this home. I knew that that's what the police would say. But I wasn't 100% sure because, truthfully speaking, I did not know this man. We can make all the jokes we want. I did not know this man. I thought I knew him, but you never really know a pathological liar. So, needless to say, he got released August 30th. I went to my aunt's house for the night. August 31st, I went back to the house. The movers were there. They packed me up, and we got out of there so quick. I think they packed me up in about 2 hours. I honestly told them there is extra money in this if you guys can get me packed up, meaning loaded up onto the truck, because everything was packed. But I explained to them this is a domestic situation. I need you guys to move quickly. When I moved out of that house on August 31st, anything that Legion touched, I got rid of. I sold the furniture. I sold dining room tables. I donated plates, glasses. When I tell you I moved out and I started over, I completely purged my life, completely started over. I mean, I was not willing to take a single item into my new home that reminded me of him. From the dishes in the kitchen to the towels in the linen closet. When I tell you Amazon and Ross were my best friends, I mean, they were my best friends because I could not fathom moving into a new home, a new space with anything that reminded me of him. I sold the bed, got a new bed. If he had bought me clothes, I got rid of them. If he bought me shoes and purses, okay, I kind of kept the heels, but everything else I got rid of. So I completely purged my life, completely. Started over from the bottom in terms of just the move. I could not take any piece of him with me. Could not. Part 49, who the fuck did I marry? So after the whole, I moved and I started over, basically, completely started over. So there was a period of time where different people had reached out to me, people who knew him. Apparently, he was still trying to find a couch to sleep on. And so one guy in particular had reached out to me because I guess Legion had asked him if he could come and stay with him and his family because he was homeless and had nowhere to go. And so he had lied and told the guy, because again, he's a liar. So he had lied and told the guy that, I had kicked him out. We're divorced. I had taken all his money. And so that's why he's homeless. So the gentleman simply was reaching out to me on Facebook to confirm what is actually true. And he and I talked, because he ended up calling me. He and I talked for a while. Very respectful, really nice guy, very compassionate. And so I told him, I was like, I said, we're divorced. So I have nothing to do with him. I said, I wouldn't bring him in my house with my family if I were you. But that's just me. And so the guy was like, lady, he didn't say lady, but he was like, lady, you dodged a bullet. He was like, I know you may not see it now, my sister, but you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet big time. And so, just in talking to him, he was very encouraging. Like, it sounds like you got a good head on your shoulders. It sounds like you're a good woman. And no, he was not flirting at all. He was like, it sounds like you're a good woman. And I really hope this does not mess you up. Like, don't let him mess you up. Don't let him diminish your shine kind of thing. And I appreciate that. I did, because at that time, again, had moved into my new place. 2021 was the worst year I ever had. I'm not saying that so that 2024 can be like, hold my beer. But 2021 was a dark year. Started out married, end of the year, divorce. End of the year with COVID and divorce. And that period of time, that August, September time, I felt like I was just walking around like a numb woman. I didn't know if I was coming or going. I didn't know what to do, because I felt like I had just been through hell. And it was a period of time where I had to sit down and I had to really, really deal with some stuff that I just simply was not ready to deal with. Things that I had to come to grips with that I really wasn't ready to come to grips with. So fast forward all this time, get to December of 2021. Yes, this is where the story does end. Get to December of 2021. I am out sick with COVID. I'm not at work. I get a phone call from my coworker telling me that Legion has called our job looking for me and was trying to get information on how to reach me. Yes, I had already changed my number. Again, I had already moved, but he knew where I worked. So apparently he had called trying to find me, and the person that answered the phone was like, we're not going to give you that information. So he said, well, can you ask her to give me a call? I'm just trying to get a hold of her so I can get my stuff. The stuff he's talking about are those tote bags from July. So he was calling. And it was a problem. He was trying to reach out to me on Facebook. He was trying to reach out to family members on Facebook, trying to get me to call him so that he could make arrangements to come get his stuff. The devil is a lie. So my friend Tracy, who came to my rescue again, my friend Tracy was like, okay, here's what you're going to do. She said, you're going to send him a message and you are going to say these exact words. I sent him a text message. She said, and she told me, you're going to send a text message because it's going to be timestamped. And basically the text message says, I do not have your stuff. I did not have your stuff. I have nothing that belongs to you. If you continue to, you are disrupting the work of my job by calling and asking for me. We have no contact with each other. I will send you a copy of the divorce decree that shows whatever is in your possession you own and whatever is in my possession I own. If you contact me directly or indirectly ever again, I will get a restraining order on you. Now, for those of you who are watching this in 2024, and you're probably like, wow, she's dramatic. Please understand that what I just said, I mean that. If you ever try to contact me directly or indirectly, I will get a restraining order. I have it in writing. I've always had it in writing. And if I need to rewrite it again in 2024, I will, because the boundaries still stand. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the last time I had any contact whatsoever with my pathologically lying ex-husband. Part 50, who the fuck did I marry? So, the aftermath. There's some realizations I had to come to after the divorce and everything had passed. One, Legion never loved me. He never loved me. He doesn't love himself, so I know he didn't love me. Number two, he didn't even like me. He watched me get excited about things that he knew I was not going to get. And not even just the possession stuff. Like, of course, we know I was excited to be the woman whose husband is like, I'm taking my wife to London. I was excited to be the woman whose husband was like, yeah, I bought my wife a brand new BMW X5. You have to understand, is all the jokes that we make about the BMW. It was the time and effort that he spent in taking me to dealerships and being sure to put me in the car and test drive the car and, you know, oh, I can see you in this. I like this for you. It seems safe. It was the effort to really make me believe that he was going to get this. Just for him to fuck with me. The effort in taking me to all these homes, to see my face light up as a woman who grew up on welfare, to be able to walk into these 4 and 5 bedroom homes knowing that he didn't have any money to buy it. Imagine if he had just been honest and said, hey, I like in my free time to go to open houses and just see how the other people live. Imagine if he had just said that versus wasting not only my time, but the wasting the time of the realtors who did nothing wrong. There's a level of cruelty to my ex-husband that I had never experienced before. And God knows, I pray I never experience it again. That's the word that comes to mind when I think of him. He is cruel. And it wasn't just me, he did it to the ex-wife. So do I trust? No. I trust the people who were in my life before him. If we were friends or if we were in a relationship or whatever, and I knew you before him, I trust you explicitly. But if you're somebody I just met, I don't trust you. I don't. There's no point in me getting on here and saying and making it seem like, oh, I'm so strong, I'm so brave. I struggle big time. Because on one hand, I want to like someone. On the other hand, I'm immediately thinking, what if it's a repeat? And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I can't go through that again. I can't. Every single thing in our relationship was a lie. It took me a while to realize every single day, this man lied to me. Every single day, he lied to me. Every conversation he had was a lie. I will never know how much he lied to me. I'll never know. I made my peace with it. I will never know how deep it really truly goes. I only know what I experienced, and I only know what God allowed me to see. But I'm willing to bet that there's a lot I still don't know. When people say, oh, you dodged a bullet, like you just, I've read a lot of the comments on this, and people have sent me a lot of the comments. And so I need to make one thing very clear. I am fully aware I dodged a bullet. I am so grateful to my God that I did not have that man's child. I'm sorry if that offends some of you, but it's the truth. I'm grateful that we didn't buy a house and that I'm not financially tied to him in any way, shape, or form. But I'm also grateful for the fact that there are things about my ex-husband that I discovered in terms of how he is when it comes to other women. And I'm grateful that God has kept me and protected me. That's all I'm saying. So when I started out making this series and I made the decision to tell my story, my motive was I just want to help one person. if there is a woman out there who's like, God, I want to be married and I met this guy and something don't seem right, but maybe it's not that bad. My advice is, honey, just go ahead and do your research, because I can honestly tell you, being single sucks. Okay, in my opinion, sometimes it sucks, but being married to the wrong person is a type of hell no one should have to go through. You should not have to be married to someone that does not like you. You should not have to be married to someone that doesn't even love you. And I know what that is like. I know what it's like to be told, hey, babe, I love you. And yet, I swear, I think that man sat back in the recliner with his WWE Championship Roman Reigns belt and laughed his ass off at me every day. Like, damn, she really believed it. Ha, 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 ha. I do. I really do think that. My radar was broken because I am an intelligent woman, and I know that I know better. And I still sometimes ask myself, how the fuck did you let this happen? How did you let this be your story? All because at the time I wanted it to be my turn, and I hoped it was my turn. And when people say, well, what do you mean by that? I just meant, we all see it, whether it's social media or real life. We all see where a woman she done been through some stuff, but she finally met someone who appreciates, loves, and respects her, and it is a beautiful thing. I had hoped that when I met him, it was my turn for that. And instead of being obedient, I wanted to be right, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And the cost of that decision was heavy. The toll of reliving this whole scenario was heavy. It was. I'm almost surprised at how hard it was to actually finish this playlist. Not because I could remember stuff. I probably remember way more details than what I actually put out. But it's just the fact that it's like I'm reminding myself, how did you let this happen? So, therapy is real.
Yeah. Okay. So all in all, this is fucking nuts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? I don't even think y'all are ready for this. This shit's fucking wild.
Lord.
And we're about to see Legion's response. Oh, right. You ready?
God.
Are you ready or are you ready?
Oh, Lord. And another one.
Another wild one, baby.
Look, I'm glad she's getting therapy, though. Man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But that's what predators do. Like, he groomed her. From the first date to the tire to the,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He saw what she wanted, and he became that. He chameleoned. That's sick. It's twisted.
Sure the fuck he did. And like she said, he would take her out to go like test drive cars and stuff, knowing damn the fuck well he was never gonna be able to afford that. But he was like taking over the life of his twin brother. Okay, here's his fucking response. And you can't find this on TikTok because I already looked for it. It's gone. He's deleted the response, but this is what he says. All right.
We ain't no medium no more.
Straight line to y'all. It's sad because it's completely false. And we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up. But my message to her is, please stop lying to these people, and you can tell them the real reason I left you. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley, and we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up. More to the point, I haven't decided who I'm going to talk to exactly or go on whose page or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that she lied about everything. Follow her, don't follow her. That's up to you. All that stuff she said, it's complete lies.
I know what you're thinking. No, you are the complete liar. I went ahead and went through his TikTok account, pulled up some of his videos because, y'all, he is a relationship coach. Oh, yes, you heard me. A relationship coach.
Everybody, relationship guy. What's going on?
What? Relationship.
What, honey? He gonna be a preacher next. Lord have mercy.
I'm fucking done.
A relationship coach. Oh my God. Oh my God. My dude.
What's going on?
No wonder he deleted his TikTok account. I bet they roasted the fuck out of him.
Relationships are hard work, but you got to put the time in and the effort. Sometimes people make a mistake by not putting the time or the effort in to their relationship, but they just want it to work and it all flows smoothly. Doesn't work like that. Relationships are work. You got to put the work in. Don't expect to reap the benefit if you're not going to put the time in. But the message from your guy, the relationship guy.
Women will literally always take advantage of you if you're the type of guy that lets them. You see, if you always just let it slide when a girl does something to you that you're not actually okay with, well, like, that's how it happens. You just got taken advantage of. She cancels plans at the last minute. You don't say anything. She shows up late to the date. You don't say anything. She's on her phone on the date. You don't do anything. Even though it doesn't seem like a big deal, you just set the tone that going forward in this relationship, you can kind of do whatever you want, and I'm not really going to say anything or do anything about it. I'm that type of guy. You need to learn how to calmly but directly communicate when things are not okay with you, and then you'll never be taken advantage of ever again.
Some people say closure ain't something they need, but it actually is something you need. You have to have it. And some of y'all breaking up for the wrong reason, so really think about that before you just start.
Oh, my Lantis. Look, I can't believe... Girl, we in the motherfucking Twilight Zone. It says Reesa don't want nothing to do with you. She doesn't need closure. Leave her alone and stop harassing her. Look what he says. That's my forever wife. We locked in. I will fight like a real man for the one I love.
Oh, God.
Bitch, leave her the fuck alone.
And but you know what's sad?
Down the road, bitch. What the hell?
You know what's sad? There's going to be, and this is what he's banking on, there's going to be one woman that believes his story. And she's going to feel bad for him. There's going to be one fool out there, and she's going to believe his because that's what they do. You know. I wonder if he's still pissing in bottles.
Right. I wonder if he's still pissing in fucking Gator Powerade bottles because he's too lazy to get up and go to the fucking bathroom.
But you ain't got a pew-pew, or if you don't believe in them, cool. Get you an iron skillet, baby. Take care of business.
Right.
Iron skillet and hefty bags, all you need.
She said she worked for the sheriff's department after they he went into like one of her job functions or whatever, and after that he was talking shit nonstop. Out here impersonating an officer and shit, knowing damn the fuck well he had been to fucking prison for impersonating an officer that gave the wrong social security number, which takes me back to, did he give his twin brothers social?
Yeah, because, and it took me back to like, okay, well, he lied on their marriage license because he had been married twice, but he only said once. And did she really get the social wrong, or did he put down his brother's social, or Omar's social, or whoever's social? You know, See, look, Limey got it. Paper cut Tina. Avoid this, people right here. Avoid it. No. But see that, and I'm not saying anything bad about Tina, but she seems kind of a little bit naive, a little bit, you know,
very gullible, very
naive,
naive.
Way.
She
and
is.
A good heart, and a good heart. That would be the kind of woman be like, oh, he's a relationship coach, and she did him wrong, and she slept.
Girl, Tina sent him money for tacos, and then she was like, "You guys, Ernest Mac Shell, he's manifesting our dreams right now."
Oh, Jesus help me. Oh, Lord,
bitch, I fucking fell out cracking up. Like, I could not even take it. My cheeks hurt out from laughing so fucking hard when I heard her say some Ernest Mac Shell, bitch.
Oh, my God. See, that's what I'm saying. That's like I said, there's always that one woman to give you chicken nugget money, you know?
Nugget money. Paperclip sent the chicken nugget money. She sent the taco. She sent the taco.
Throwing everything out the window, because finding that special person is hard in this world today. So think about that before you just start running your mouth.
A friend of mine got some great news. He's moving up. All the way up.
Maybe you should just leave it alone. Everything ain't your business all the time about everybody. Every detail of their personal life when you first meet is not your business. It takes time and years to get to know somebody that way sometimes. Please allow the process to be the process and don't try to just dive in. Because what you
out here trying to give relationship advice when he done fuck this woman's life clean up.
Let me scam you for years. Let me scam you for years, honey.
She said,
please allow the process
1.5 million or us. All I want to know, what was up with your knee? And this is how he responds. Okay, what was up with your knee? 1.5 million or us. All I want to know is what was up with your knee.
time and years to get to know somebody that way sometimes. Please allow the process to be the process and don't try to just dive in, because what you can do is end up putting your foot in your mouth and looking real stupid at the end of the day for saying something, making a comment about something you don't even know.
For this next video, he originally had a picture of a clothed baby while he was saying this, and it just was too nasty to me. So if the words don't match his on-screen, it's because the picture I was not about to put up. That just was some weird shit.
Would you guys consider jacking off to be a sport? I don't know about you motherfuckers, but I consider that shit to be a sport, okay? If people
What?
He needs to get tested too. I thought that too when he's losing all that
what
weight.
In the fuck did he just say? Do you consider that a sport?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm speechless. What the he nasty and see what woman has got. See, he's already hooked onto another one.
But look, she said it was so nasty that he was holding. What did she say? He's holding a picture of a fucking kid on here. What did she say?
I thought he said he was holding a baby.
Oh my God, that's even fucking worse. Did she
replay it again? Make sure. I don't know if it was a picture or an actual baby, but
sport. I don't know about you motherfuckers, but I consider that shit to be a sport. Okay, if people can.
So if the words don't match. While next video, he originally had a picture of a clothed baby while he was saying this, and it just was too nasty to me. So if the words don't match his on-screen, it's because the picture I was not about to put up. That just was some weird shit.
Would you guys?
Don't put your kids on the internet. Don't put pictures on Facebook, please. Don't.
Right, pictures of a fully clothed baby, and he's out here talking about jacking off being a sport. You sick fucking son of a bitch.
No.
Sick.
Let that face imprint that face on your mind, women. Okay, imprint that face.
Consider jacking off to be a sport. I don't know about you motherfuckers, but I consider that shit to be a sport, okay? If people can sit back and label goddamn golf, which is the boringest fucking sport in the world, think about it. What the fuck athletically are you really doing?
Nigga is nasty, right? Nasty. And after that, the people was getting on his ass in the comments. So he gonna say, there are too many comments. It's too much. If you guys keep commenting mean things on my posts, I'm going to stop posting. Then your little lies have no place to take it out on. Your choice. My next video won't be usual. I need to tell my truth, but the truth.
Yeah, so he can't take the backlash. They're coming hard.
Yep. And I'm glad she did this. I think it was healing for her to tell her story. And I think it was healing for her. And I think that she put his ass on blast, and it went viral. I'm glad it did. And she heard his game, Man.
Oh yeah, she fucked his game. Yeah, she fucked his game clean up. He gone. He gone. He done, son. That's
has been spun around too much. With evidence, the sheep are blind. This is what God predicted in Revelations. I believe I am the coming forth of what is coming next in this world. I can save you all. I will speak through pictures in a code only true believers can understand. This is the forthcoming. Keep your eyes open. Nigga, if you can't spell big words and you don't know how to really articulate yourself on video and it's fucking with you that the people is talking shit on you, just say that. Because speaking through pictures, that's code for I can't read and I can't spell big words and I'm not good at talking on camera. That's what that's code for. He ain't stopped there though. He also posted the letter. Yep. Subject: approval notification for your home loan application. Dear, Mr. McCoy, we are delighted to inform you that your recent application for a home loan with Chase Bank has been approved.
Yeah. Reverse Google search app. Lord have mercy.
I bet you that comes back fake or somebody wrote that up.
Yeah. Shoot. It's interesting how he's got he can pay a phone bill or something, you know, make a TikTok. Come on. Anybody want a little dog? I'm about to kill her.
Oh no, she being bad to girl today?
Yeah. Come on.
Kick her ass.
Get your little ass in here. Girl. There you go. Had to give her the look. The mama look. Yeah. And it's sick how it wasn't just, hey baby, I'm gonna buy you a new car. I'm gonna buy you a $90,000 car. Hey baby, I'm gonna buy you a new house. No, we ain't gonna get that $450,000 house. No, we ain't gonna get that $700,000 house. We're gonna get that $900,000 house. You know, ooh, he is a predator, man. Yeah, somebody giving him some chicken nugget money.
Somebody called Cindy's throwing a fit just like this little bitch right here.
Approved. Congratulations on taking this significant step towards home ownership. After careful review of your application and financial details, we are pleased to offer you a loan amount of $700,000 for the purchase of your home. We understand that finding the right property is an important decision, and we are committed to assisting you throughout this process. Your approval is a test.
It's the lies for me. It's the fucking lies for me. I mean, fuck. He lies over and over and over again. Some people, you know, like some people on fucking YouTube create a whole different life for themselves and shit.
Oh, hell yeah. They'll have a damn channel. Shit. He'll probably want to click the link one day. Somebody giving him some chicken nugget money, because that fool is not a size medium to large. No, boo-boo. He got chicken nugget money. Somebody's feeding that fool. He's getting money.
Yeah, I was gonna say she said he lost a bunch of weight in his knee and shit. I want to know what the fuck happened to his knee.
I think he
get busted in his shit.
And I mean, you have to be, and this isn't an excuse. God knows I ain't taking up for him, but you have to be mentally ill to do this kind of mindfuck on somebody. You know what I mean? To go to these extremes and to keep it going. Like, you're divorced, okay, yes, you put out a video, okay, or 50 videos, but he has to keep disparaging her. You know, he has to keep, you know, even after the divorce, contacting her work. You know, getting arrested. I mean, getting arrested and he wants his TV. What? I mean, mentally healthy people don't. And I'm not saying he's piece shit. I don't know. This is wild to me.
Hell yeah, it's extremely fucking wild. All right, here we go.
Estimate to your sound financial standing and creditworthiness, and we are confident that you will manage your financial responsibility. As you prepare to embark on this exciting journey, please feel free to reach out to our dedicated team of mortgage specialist representatives for any questions or if you need further assistance. We look forward to helping you secure your dream home and being a trusted partner in your home ownership journey. Best regards, Reggie Daniels, loan officer, Chase Bank. He also posted his bank account, the Caymans, the over the seas. Now, I don't know about you, but doesn't this look like a screenshot from like a 1998 Windows computer? Like this, This looks like you did go on Google. You thought to yourself, I'm gonna go on last page of Google because this bitch ain't never gonna know if I go on last page. And you thought you was gonna sell it. it's still not working. It's just still not working out for you. And again, I'm on his TikTok page when I come across this too.
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart, because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
What's up, everybody out here this morning? You're on my thug fizzle, I guess you want to say. Again, it's your guy, it's the relationship guy. I just want to drop a quick one to you real quick this morning. Ladies, if you on your period, that's okay. If you're emotional through your period, that's okay. But the last thing you should do is make your man feel it. A lot of women make the mistake and they don't understand when they have a bad attitude. If you have a bad attitude, stay peaceful, stay quiet, stay humble. You can drive a man crazy with a bad attitude because you're on your period and you're just not feeling 100%.
Oh
but your period does not give you an excuse to act like a butthole. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And again, it's your boy, the relationship guy, dropping these tips to you, man. Y'all enjoy.
So then he goes on to make up these fake ass text messages, which we all know is not real. To sum them all up, it's Reesa inboxing him, talking about, I'm sorry I did this. I didn't mean to lie. Blah, blah, blah. Boy, we know you the king of making some screenshots up. We know you the king. And we do not see no reason as to why Reesa would say any of this shit. Did y'all see that she has like a sponsorship? Well, something like a sponsorship with the Hilton. She's about to go to Europe. She's about to go visit Paris. She's about to do everything she thought this punk ass nigga was going to do for her. And you think that she in your inbox, you think we going to believe this, Romy Rome? You think we're gonna believe this? Hell no. I also got the ex-wife saying, what old girl said is not a lie. This dude really is a fucking pathological liar.
Address the elephant in the room, because it's been brought to my attention that my ex-husband is out here in these streets disturbing individuals as he always has, and I have been brought into this. Let me first say, this chapter of my life is closed. I have moved on. It's been more than 10 years. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm good, okay? But after I say this, let's just leave it alone. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm not going to address it anymore because I have nothing to do with this. This is my past life. The book is closed, okay? So Legion, as y'all call him, is a despicable, nasty, and vile individual. I fell for the trap over 10 years ago. Yes, he was charming, and I was broken mentally. Okay. Understand, self-love was not here at all for me to actually love myself enough to understand that this is not love. He manipulated me. He loved bombed me. All of the, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that and everything else. Yes, all of these things were said to me. Guess what? None of it happened. He's manipulative and he literally tried to ruin my life. He had family turn against me because he wanted to tell people lies about me and things of that nature. And unfortunately, he's very, very good at what he does. It took me many, many, many years to get past that. I have healed. And with the situation being brought back to me, it's like cutting me back open with a dagger because I was already healed up. The Band-Aid had been left. I've gotten married. I'm happy. Been good, right? But this man is a pathological liar. He gave up all types of promises, but to the cars and houses, just like Reesa. But guess what? None of that ever came to pass, right? So I just need for people to know that this situation was traumatic as hell for me. And then I hear about, because I've not watched any of the videos, because for what? Like, it's not my business anymore. I feel bad for anybody that he comes into contact with. And I will tell any female that sees his picture, don't ever, just let it go. Because he needs some serious mental help and he needs to be evaluated and be locked away. So that's what I will say. And as far as like me not filing for divorce, I didn't file for divorce because I was afraid for my life. I didn't want to be served. I didn't want to, in order for me to file, I would have to tell him where exactly I was. And I didn't want him to know that. So no, I absolutely was not filing because I was afraid at the time. But guess what? It was ended before it even really started. But at the same token, I still was very, very, very not mentally, in love with myself. So that's one of the things that really got me. So I genuinely feel empathy for the women that have been down his path. When all this stuff was going on with him and I, there was no social media, TikTok or anything like that. But at the same time,
yeah, these are only 2 women. Trust and believe there's a lot more out there.
I was just going to say, there's probably fucking tons of women out there. These are the ones that just came forward. You know what I mean? And she goes on for a little while. This says Legion, Jerome, McCoy, Rum. Well, who the fuck did I marry? My mother's ex-husband?
Just like everything that lady was telling y'all. And I haven't listened to all of her story, but from what I have listened to, she's 100% telling the truth. And I'm telling you, she's telling the truth. My mother's name is Latoya, and she is the wife that was before the wife that the lady talked to and had the conversation with. When she was telling you guys about his mother's obituary, the wife, the name, Latoya, that's my mother that she was referring to.
Oh, damn.
He, I don't even know where to start or where to get into it, to be honest with y'all. I guess I'm going to keep posting vids as I can collect more information off my memory and get it to y'all so y'all can hear what's going on about this shit. But to let y'all know that I'm legit about this shit, before him and my mother split up, he got arrested for impersonating a police officer. It was in Jonesboro, Clayton County, Atlanta, Georgia. He also got me arrested for putting my hands on him because he was threatening my mother. My name is Tayshawn Lokes. You could look me up. I'll probably be in. I got arrested in Clayton County. I went to Clayco. Just to let y'all.
Wonder if that's what happened to the knee.
Yeah. Well, no, that was before. Well, it could have been an old injury. Yeah. That might be what happened to the knee. I want to know about the knee, and I want to know about Egypt. Damn.
Yeah, see, like I said, the plot thickens, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And she's back on here again, telling more, spilling more tea.
Damn, bro. Oh, my God.
And here he is, back on his bullshit again. Here we go. Ready?
And have a wonderful weekend.
Yep, you seen what my sister said? My sister just commented, Rome abused me. You seen what my sister just said? Miss Cream just commented and said, Rome abused me. Like, bro, I ain't got nothing to cap about, bro. I ain't got nothing to cap about. And I don't know, that's for my sister to tell y'all. If she want to tell y'all, I'm not going to put her business out there like that. I ain't going to put her business out there like that.
Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. I can't say I was surprised to see that he had put more women through this. I did not know why.
Now tell me that ain't fucking crazy, y'all.
Damn.
That's one hell of a fucking story, yo.
Shit. But, I'm so glad she put him on blast. Like a lot of people well, she shouldn't have put his face out. Fuck him. Put everything out. Put him all up on blast. Oh, sick. Oh, my God. I can't believe. Oh, yeah. See, I got to 48. And I was like, I fell asleep.
I can't. Yeah, last night I was so tired. I was like, I gotta get off here. I got to get off here. I'm like super tired. We had been on for like 3 or 4 hours at that point.
Yeah. Well, I saw you were live like an hour in. And I was like, what is this? So I knew I had to go back. And then I couldn't even watch comments because everybody was commenting. I didn't know I didn't want to have a spoiler alert, So, I had it on like 1.25 speed because, I couldn't make it any faster. And then as soon as I got caught up, it was like, blah, 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 and then it was like, all right, y'all, I got to go to bed. I was like, oh, shit, no. I was like, I just caught up. Ruby said, what are you doing? You pustule.
Oh, little Ruby Sue.
No, Ruby Sue. Come on, girl. She ate one of my husband's shoes. Come on. Yep. He was like, well, he said, I didn't like them shoes anyway.
She knows who she loves in that house. She knows who takes care of her and gives her treats.
Yes, right. Well, he said, I didn't like those shoes anyway. And I'm like, but she don't know that. And I said, I love all my shoes. I said, let that dog eat some of my shoes. Yeah.
She knows.
She ate one of Daddy's Hey Dudes. One of his Hey Dude shoes. Yeah, one of his big shoes. Yeah, I can't believe this dude. I asked my husband this morning, I said, did you hear about some TikTok? chick, who the fuck did I marry? And he said, yeah, I heard something about it. I said, oh my God. I said, you got to watch it. I said, it's wow.
Yes.
I sent it to my daughter this morning. She said, I started watching it yesterday. I said, oh my God. Memorize that face. Papercut Tina, stay away from him. And don't be sending Ernie no taco money. Shit. He can't wear 2 socks. Lord. That's nuts. Nuts. I can't. I'm shocked. But look, apparently, like that girl said, she's getting to travel, and good for her. Good for her. And it sounds like, well, she said therapy is a good thing, and you'd have to have therapy to be able to go through. Yeah. Yeah, don't get no chicken nugget money. If you can't pay for a Happy Meal, no boo boo. Nope.
No chicken nugget money for you. When she said he was pissing in bottles, bitch, I about lost it.
Girl, look. Well, people in Discord know about my piss phobia. Ugh. I can't. I can hold your intestines in my hand and I'm cool. I can eat spaghetti afterwards. It don't bother me. But piss is my piss in a bottle. Oh my God. I'd have put him in I'd have poured him in that car. I am a mean bitch. I had to tell you in Discord what I did to somebody. I ain't gonna say it on YouTube. No, But yeah. Yeah. Let me help get your man out your house. Yep.
Girl.
Lisa, I know. I feel like it's like you go on this emotional roller coaster with her. It's just, don't be living a man for what they can give you. If you can't pay your way, no. Nope. No Range Rover. Yep. And that's what's so crazy. Like just the link, like, arena football, and what his daddy paid for him to be a private student. What? There ain't no such thing. Do your research. Yes, Lisa, do your research. Thank you, Seeker. You got a super sticker, queen.
Oh, thank you, Seeker. I appreciate that, love. Thank you. Okay, look, here's the other girl.
Oh shit.
There she
They're
goes.
Gonna be coming.
Legion, aka Jerome McCoy, aka Rome McCoy, aka Out of Augusta, aka Pathological Liar, aka I'm from Philly, aka I had to call the police to get this man out of my apartment in Clayton County. And by the grace of God, the situation went the way that it went because the police had to put a restraining order on him not to come back to my home, my property. I mean, it wasn't a restraining order. It was like a trespassing order. I'm sorry. I want to get it right. That he agreed to. And the police had to come to my home at like 11, 12 o'clock that night when I was putting this stuff out. And again, that morning, because I had to figure out a way to get his pathological, weird, narcissistic behind out of my home. And I'm not laughing at Reese. I'm totally not. I'm not even laughing at the situation. I'm laughing because I know what kind of trauma came behind that short period of time relationship. He lied to my family, told my family he played for the Cowboys or something like that. I don't know. And my sister and my family can collaborate the story. We spent Christmases together, like holidays. We lived together, like we physically lived together. The same shoes that he posted in one of his videos, it was some felines, some black felines. Girl, guy, I got them shoes from Shoe Show on Old National in Atlanta, Georgia. They were some felines, and he wanted some peanut butter bottom felines because I had, at the time that was really popular, I could say 2014, peanut butter bottom shoes was really popular. Ever had peanut butter bottom Air Force Ones, peanut butter bottom Reebok
Yeah, I'm what the fuck is a peanut butter bottom shoe? Is it the color of peanut butter? What is a peanut butter bottom shoe? I'm old. Don't buy no man no peanut butter bottoms. No chicken nuggets. No chicken nugget money. No peanut butter bottoms. You done played for the Cowboys. See? The lie. The lie just gets bigger and bigger. Oh, okay. Thank you, Autumn. Alright. I've never heard of peanut butter bottom shoes. I'm
I haven't
old.
either. I don't even know what the hell that even means. Peanut butter bottoms. I'm not sure what those even are.
I'm gonna tell my husband when he gets home. I'm gonna be like, babe, I'm about to go get me some peanut butter bottom shoes. He's gonna be like, what?
This, yeah, I was gonna say this shit. This is like 10 minutes long. This shit, basically, of her using him, him using her, and all that other shit. I'm sure that's exactly what it is. All the fucking lies that he told, all the stupid shit he done, all the things he said, all the promises and broken promises he made. That are shit that he never, had intentions on going through. Anyways.
And the families, pulling the families in. Look, I'm gonna tell you what, some of the worst tragedies in your life sometimes, as time goes on, they can be the biggest blessings. Like, she could have had a baby with that fool. I mean, and then he'd have been tied to her life. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. She was pregnant before, and
yeah,
see.
Yep. Sometimes the biggest
car
tragedy.
fell through. Then she had that miscarriage, and I'm like, oh man, this is like this. Things are happening right now, like for a reason in your life. Like they're trying to. I felt like it was like an omen. Like they were trying to tell her, like her.
Yeah. Well, and mama's prayers are strong. Mama's prayers for their babies are stronger than any prayers, I think. And Lisa, I'm with you, honey. Forget the peanut butter bottom. I want the red bottom. I like the red bottom shoes.
Yeah.
Which I like flip flops now, so.
Yeah, all the stuff that she went through, losing the house, losing the car, and then she has that miscarriage, and then they had to go in and do the DNC, and he lied.
Yep.
Wouldn't even go with her. How fucking that's really fucking shitty.
Yep. And I want to know, like, did she? Because I can't remember. There's so many details. Like, did she just text his quote assistant, or did she speak to somebody else? I thought the scam was going to be like multiple people. Like at first, I thought the aunt was going to be like the ex-wife. Like, something like that. Like she moved from California and she was in yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, see, Lisa, that flat tire was God's way of saying, bitch, you need to stop. You need to stop. Yeah, Sticky, I didn't know if it was a text or if he actually talked to a, quote, assistant.
Bless you.
Yeah, okay, it was a text then. Okay, I couldn't remember if she texted somebody or talked to somebody. Lord have mercy. He probably just couldn't get off the forklift, couldn't get off work, We're gonna have to Google search peanut butter bottom shoes. That's
I'm sure
messed up.
I'm sure he wasn't prepared for the blow up on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Then he felt like he had to respond. Then when he responded, it made it way worse. And he's over there talking stupid shit off the fucking wall shit while holding a child's picture. What the fuck?
Yeah. And don't put your kids on the internet. Please don't put your babies on the internet. Even your grown kids and your grandkids, do not put them on the internet. I know you're proud of them, but you can share them with just text. If you close enough, somebody let you see your baby, text them a picture. Don't be putting it on the internet. chaos. I'm gonna have to get me some peanut butter. I got some peanut butter flip flops. Would that count? Wow.
Yeah, that was.
But I guarantee you, he's with some fool. I'm telling you. Look, if I was single, look, I'd have your damn DNA. Trust and believe. I would check you out. Whoa. And I would never. Lord knows I love my husband, but no, you reach a certain age, you're like, I ain't doing this again. Nope. And we ain't gonna live together either. You can come over and visit and have breakfast, but and then you got to go. Yeah, exactly,
Yep.
Lisa. Keep them in your wallet. Yeah, see, Cousin Bobby Sue, I love that name too. Lord. Well, I hope, like she said, if it helps one woman to be like, then good. Yeah, the graveyard, that was weird too. You know, yeah. Up on that hill, the family name, you know, that's my whatever. No, boo boo. Why didn't you walk up to the graveside, you know? Lisa, look, that's my thought. When he was losing all that weight, Lisa, that is my thought. I was like, girl, he's been doing so much, and he done got a list of prices and all the things. Yeah, go get tested. Yeah, and you gotta think too, it was during the pandemic, you know, and this was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 2020 and 21. You know, they ain't no telling how many women he scammed since then. And men too. Omar, not Omar, the other guy, he owes money to him. Omar was the smartest of the bunch. He dipped. Good. I hope she did, Lisa. Shoot. Now, she might be Stevie, damn it, Duke's probably, you know, doing his thing. Lady Susan doing her thing this morning. Mercy.
Well, Duke's over here on my he's riding my last goddamn nerve over here, wanting to play, wanting to bark, wanting to go outside, sneezing all over. I'm just like, oh my God. Go lay your butt down. You're not going back out. No. Nope. You'll go out there and try to fuck with the mailman. Nope.
I was sorting out clothes the other night. I had made pina coladas. And I was like, I made some good pina coladas. I was sorting out clothes and drinking pina coladas and doing laundry. And my neighbor came down, you know, hot neighbor. Anyway, he came down and his blood sugar had dropped. He was like sweating and pale and shaking. I was like, oh shit. And I was trying to take care of him. Guess what Ruby Sue comes through, walks in the den with? A pair of my panties. Fuck you, little bitch. I had to sober up real quick. I got a man dying on my couch and a dog rolling in with my panties. I said, shit. Oh my God. Girl, I'm telling you, Ruby Sue, you something else. You something else, girl. She keeps me hopping. Ooh, Lord. Yeah, so hot neighbor has seen me in my nightgown and he saw my panties. Thank God you got the cute ones out. Yep. Don't sort your laundry around Ruby Sue. Oh, TMZ's on him? Oh, Indy. TMZ's on him? Oh, my God. Crimes and Fashion. I love that song. But I do make some good pina coladas. I've only got one nipple shield left, Lisa. I don't leave those. I don't have to sort those on the floor. Oh, I could have died. I was like, oh damn. I swear, my life. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I love Puppy Dreams too.
Okay, one more thing. Have you guys heard about the father that shot and killed his son, and it was all caught on like the Ring camera and stuff?
Oh my God, no.
Oh, girl.
Oh, Queen. Oh, that's horrible. Where at? What state?
It is. It's bad. It's right here. It's here. This we're about to watch right here. It says moments after father allegedly shot and killed his son on camera.
Oh.
Doorbell video shows the moments after David Contreras shot and killed his son Eric. He is heard talking to his wife through the doorbell camera.
Hello? Hello? David, talk to me. Julie heard you. Julie heard you. Julie heard you. I'm sorry.
What the hell, man?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How crazy, man. I feel like we're all one choice away from a totally different lifestyle, man. And this.
It's not your fault, Odie. Please call my brother. I
Where's
just
your
talked
brother?
to him.
Where's your brother?
Please.
Where's your brother? He's gonna go to jail.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Listen to what we're saying. Put your hands on top of your head. Put your hands on top of your head. All right. Interlock your fingers. Let's go. Hey, let's move up. Shield, you pass it. The guys behind you take care of you. Shield, you pass it. All right. I got doors. I got doors. Shield, you pass it.
Oh my God. No one. Just me and him.
No one's in the house.
No.
What are you calling? What are you calling for?
I shot my son.
Come on, let's go.
He's right there. Right. Walk right. Oh my.
Where's your son?
Walk right in. Walk right in. 10 feet straight in.
What's your son's name?
Eric.
Eric.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he sounds like he's in a state of shock, but man, somebody sent that to me and said, "Did you see this yet?" I was like, "No, I haven't seen that yet. No, I didn't."
Oh man.
Yeah, there's all kinds of craziness going on.
Well, on a better note, I found out that the woman that had her 7-year-old doing Brazilian bikini waxes was arrested.
Oh, good. What
Yeah.
did she get? What did she get
I don't know.
charged with?
I don't know. I got to look up her I hadn't looked up her charges yet, but yeah, she got arrested. Yeah, and CPS is all over. Yep.
Wow.
So that's a good thing for that little girl. God, dog, man, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's a rough world we live in.
Ange, you told who about my nipple shield? And she said
What?
the tape works fine. Ange Carter said, Lisa. No, I told her about Rowena's nipple shield, and she said, no, the tape works fine. Who'd you tell that to? Paper Gut Tina? She don't need to get that now, honey. No. She don't need to. All she needs is she took my advice on the boots. That's a good thing. She just needs a fan and a chair. There you go.
And that's that. Did she look, she was rapping and I fucking died laughing when I heard her start rapping.
Oh Lord. Oh,
I laughed
you
so
told your
hard,
wife
I
that?
couldn't even help it. Huh?
He told Ange told their wife that she uses duct tape. No, honey, you don't want to rip off no duct tape, boo boo. Woo, that'll smart.
Ripping
Woo,
duct tape off your boobie.
yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. And don't don't get the good ones. Hey, Walmart had some at Christmas. They were little disposable ones. And they were like snowmen and snowflakes and Santa Clauses and look, paper cut. She's got it going on now. She just needs to quit earning money. Well, yeah, you can have implants, but you still need, nipple shields for things, Lord have mercy. She does look, she got legs for days. Paper Cut's got it going on. Gotta be careful with that black dress, though. Ooh, girl. No, there was a couple little shots that were like, whoa. Ho, ho, ho. Exactly, Stevie. Ho, ho, ho. Well, I mean, there's certain outfits that you can't wear a bra with. Like the outfit I had on, I couldn't wear a bra with it. And certain material, I mean, you just gotta kind of, try to look good until you drop one. Pasties. I'm gonna have to get some with tassels. I'm gonna my one that I got left. I'll have to. That Amazon buying day or whatever. Yep, that's when I stock up. Scotch tape. Lord, Scotch tape. Get the invisible kind. She does have a fantastic body. She really does. Lisa, there's nothing better than on a hot summer day coming home and ripping the bra off. God.
Oh, look, I got something for y'all. Have you heard about what happened in New York City with the officer, with the chief of police and his sergeant? His sergeant slammed his ass on the motherfucking cop car, Jack.
What?
Slammed his ass on the cop car, and he said, "You need to go home. You need to go home. You need to go home." He showed up at the crime scene drunk. The chief of police showed up at the crime scene drunk, and it says New Jersey cop slams his own police chief onto the hood of the car after he shows up drunk to a crash scene. Watch this.
Oh my God.
Ron, just pull that up and put it to the shoulder. Yeah. Thanks.
What is it?
An RMA.
I am not the police, okay? I came here with the ambulance. I want to make sure you're okay.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I'm asking you if he's RMA or not.
Oh, yeah, no.
What?
Yeah. I get that. I'm not saying you aren't. I just want to make sure your head is okay. He's giving them problems that we need to be aware of.
I can't get any.
Can you tell me your first name at least?
So the chief of police is right there trying to grab a hold of him, and he's telling him to come on, get over here, come on. I want to talk to you. Get over here.
Wow.
Oh, just wait. It gets way fucking worse. Here we go.
Well, why you got a jacket on that's not fit to be worn?
So he's been drinking, and he shows up to the crime scene, and he starts grabbing him by the back. His officer, his sergeant, he starts grabbing him by the back of his arm while he's trying to process a drunk driving scene at that. And he grabs him by the back of his arm and stuff, and he pulls him to the side, and he says, "Why are you wearing that jacket with the lettering nut on it? Take it off." Okay, so that's one bone he's got to pick right there. Okay.
What's on the back of it?
What do you mean?
Look at it. Tell me what's on the back of it.
Oh, they washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
You're a sergeant for that.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this DWI, okay? Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Over
Chief,
here.
I'm on a DWI.
Get over here.
I'm on a DWI. Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay?
Get over here.
Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch
There you go.
You have a problem? Fuck. You grabbed me. What? Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Take him out. Take him.
No, you're going to go in.
Take him.
Yeah. He drove there.
He
I
said,
don't
take
care.
him in. Take
That's
him
right.
in.
That's right. Take his
Yeah,
ass
the
in.
police chief got suspended. He kept telling him to take him in. He finally made him actually leave the fucking police. Like, he made him leave the scene.
I didn't let him drive off.
No, I'm saying the chief of police told him to leave. His sergeant, he told him to leave. He demanded that he leave and go back to the office and wait. And he said, absolutely not. If you're going to, if you're telling me that I need to leave, then I'm going to leave and I'm going home. I'm not doing this. Yeah, it got real fucking bad, man. It got real fucking bad.
Drunk again. Whose keys are these?
They're mine.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're going to get locked up.
No.
Chief, you're going to get locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
That's the first thing.
I'm trying to get away from everybody.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop.
No, I'm not in
Please,
trouble.
Stop.
I'm not in
Stop.
trouble.
Stop.
You're going to be in trouble.
Stop.
You're gonna be in trouble.
Billy.
Chief, I'm working at DWI.
I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Shut up.
No.
You're in trouble because this is the first thing. First of all, I was about to say to you, you stupid. I was about to say to you, what do you need OEM for?
You're embarrassing me in front of the men about the jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real fucking problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
We do.
All right, you're gonna have to go inside.
No, how about we do this?
No.
We go inside.
Billy, you're gonna have to go inside right now with me. You're gonna have to go inside and
We're in a serious collision.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene. Okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said
You were
come
out of
over
line.
here.
You're out of line. You grab me. It's on video.
Billy,
it's on video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash to work.
Billy,
I have a job to do.
You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
Okay.
You're relieved.
I'll go home.
No. Billy, you have to understand something. You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved. Go home in the headquarters and wait for me.
After my crash.
No, Billy, you're relieved.
I have
Billy,
officers here.
Billy.
Right here. They could get waffled because my car is blocking it.
Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy. Please, Billy. Don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm suspended?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm suspended. I'm going home.
Yes. Billy, come here.
I'm going home.
We
can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
I'm suspended.
You're
I'm going home.
And you're going to wait for me there.
No, I'm not. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
You're going to go in the headquarters and wait for me there.
Let me work my crash.
No,
this is why I'm here.
Billy, you're suspended.
All right, if I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. Nothing more to say.
No, Billy. You have to. Let me explain something to you. Billy, you're suspended.
Okay.
All right. Billy.
Yes.
Right now.
Billy needs to be the new chief of police.
Cat said, why is he picking on him like that? This is so weird. Yeah, it's definitely fucking weird. The chief, in my opinion, the chief was wrong. He should not have shown up to that site drunk. He should not have, he should not have been talking to the sergeant the way he was. He shouldn't have walked up and grabbed him from behind like that. He knows damn the fuck well you don't do that. The chief of police knows. He knows what the fuck time it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's like, no, Billy, you're in trouble. Billy, you're in trouble. No, Billy was doing his fucking job and you walked the fuck up on him like a goddamn fool because you were drunk.
Yep. And you drove to the scene of a DUI crash. You drove. He needs
Yeah,
charges
see,
on
Tracy just
him.
said right here, he was suspended with no pay until the investigation. The chief of police was. Billy is still working.
Yeah.
Tracy said they're letting him retire Friday. Good. I'm glad that they are, because I'm sure, one bad night like this should not, take away all the years of
Ruin his
service that he put in.
pension and all that. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm glad that he gets to, retire. But man, this
He
is
should have caught a
fucking
charge.
wild.
He should have got a DUI charge.
Yeah, and it
He
should
should
have
have.
never, ever, ever happened the way it did,
And when does the chief of police show up on a? I mean, it doesn't look like a fatality accident. Does the chief of police show up to all the? You know what I mean? Like why was he even showing up? He doesn't look dressed to show. You know what I mean? It's just weird. I'm sorry. Go ahead and play it, girl. Duke's probably doing his thing. Yeah, Linda, that's what I wonder. Was it the first time or just the first time he got caught,
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, I wonder if he's got a. I wonder if he's done this before. Let's watch.
Yes. Okay.
Wait for me in there. That's an order.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put your car where my car is so our officers and first aid don't get run over, please?
I got you.
Thank you.
Release suspended. See what happened there?
Yes, Chief.
What happened?
There's some type of exchange between you and Sergeant Major.
Well, we're going to talk about that later. Everybody's got that. Billy suspended. You really got this. What do you got here? What do you have?
We're trying to figure that out, Chief.
Okay. Go on, Billy.
Yeah, I can't believe he even showed up there drunk like that.
They should have put his ass in the back of a car. Just put his ass back here, work the scene, and then taking his ass in. But I know that ain't how it works.
He was fucking, man. So this one kind of explains. Okay, so this is the New York Post here. This one kind of explains it as it goes. It says New Jersey cop slams own chief of police onto the car hood after chief shows up drunk at another DWI or DUI.
DWI, yeah.
Hey, Ron, just pull that up and put it to the shoulder.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What is it?
An RMA.
I am not the police, okay? I came here with the ambulance. I want to make sure you're okay.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I'm asking you if he's RMA or not.
Oh, yeah, no.
What?
Yeah.
They're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're kind of looking like, what the hell's going on? Why is he here?
Yeah, and don't think he don't smell it.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit.
I'm not saying you aren't. I just want to make sure your head is okay. You have no other injuries that we need to be aware of.
I can't get any.
Can you tell me your first name at least?
First of all, why do you got a jacket on that's not fit to be worn? What's on the back of it?
Worried about a fucking jacket.
You're gonna tell me what's on
And
the
he's
back?
his speech is so slurred you can't hardly understand him.
Then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
You're a sergeant, for God's sake.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this DWI, okay? Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Over here.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Get over here.
I'm on a DWI. Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. You have a problem? You grabbed me. What? Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Take him out. Take him.
No, you're going to go in.
Take him.
Drunk again. Whose keys are these?
They're mine.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're going to get locked up.
No.
Chief, you're going to get locked up. You're grabbing me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
All right, can you pause in a minute?
That's the first thing.
I'm trying to get away.
All right, I have a problem with Billy picking his keys up off the ground and giving them back to him and telling him to get out of here. If he would have got behind the wheel of that car and killed somebody, Billy, that would have been on you. Just because he's a police officer, it don't mean he's above the law. Sorry, I have an issue with that. He should have been arrested. You drove there, you're drunk. We saw you pull up, you drove, you're getting arrested. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. I lost 3 people that I loved. One I never got to meet. No. I have no sympathy.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop,
No, I'm not in
stop.
trouble.
Stop.
I'm not in trouble.
Stop.
You're going to be in trouble.
Stop.
You're gonna be in
Billy.
trouble.
Billy.
Chief, I'm working at DWI.
I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Shut up.
No.
You're in trouble because this is the first thing. First of all, I was about to say to you, you stupid. I was about to say to you, what do you need OEM for?
You're embarrassing me in front of the men about the jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
We do.
All right, you're gonna have to go inside.
No, how about we do
No.
this?
No.
We go
Billy,
inside.
Billy, you're gonna have to go inside right now with me. You're gonna have to go inside and
We're in a serious collision.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene.
See what I'm saying? He's like, oh, you're in trouble. Billy, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You know what? You're in trouble. You're gonna have to go back inside. You know, you're gonna have to go back in here. You're in trouble. No, you're just embarrassed as fuck. He laid your ass out on the top of that car.
Okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said
You were
come
out of
over
line.
here.
You were out of line. You grabbed me. Some video.
Billy.
Some video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash
Billy,
to work.
Billy,
I have a job to do.
You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
Okay.
You're
Go
relieved.
home.
No. Billy, you have to understand something. You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved. Go home in the headquarters and wait for me.
After my crash.
No, Billy, you're relieved.
I have
Billy.
officers here.
Billy.
Right here. They could get waffled because my car is blocking it.
Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy. Please, Billy. Don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm
You're
suspended?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm suspended. I'm going home.
Yes. Billy, come here.
I'm going home.
We
We can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
No, I'm suspended. I'm going home.
And you're going to wait for me there.
No, I'm not. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
You're going to headquarters and wait for me there.
Well, let me work my crash.
No,
This is why I'm here.
Billy, you're suspended.
All right, if I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. Nothing more.
No, Billy. You have to. Let me explain something to you. Billy, you're suspended.
Okay.
All right. Billy,
Yes.
right now.
Okay.
Wait for me in there. That's an order.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put your car where my car is so our officers and first aid don't get run over, please? Thank you.
Billy's suspended.
See, he still keeps going and going and going. Billy's suspended. Billy's suspended. Wants to tell everybody around there. He wants to wait. You know what I mean? He wants to wait. He wants him to wait at the headquarters, probably so he can bitch his ass out for it.
Mm-hmm. He better be glad he didn't punch him out right there on that hood.
Yeah, shit got pretty fucking serious pretty goddamn fast there. And he has to move his car out of the way. This one is Daily Mail, but it says the police chief was suspended for 3 months.
Hey, Ron, just pull that up and put it to the shoulder.
Yeah.
Thanks. Whose keys are these?
They're mine.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're going to get locked up.
No.
Chief, you're going to get locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
That's the first thing. Billy,
I'm trying to get away from everybody.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop,
No, I'm
please,
not in trouble.
Stop,
I'm not in
stop,
trouble.
stop.
You're going to be in trouble.
Stop,
You're going to be in trouble.
Billy.
Chief, I'm working at DWI.
I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Shut up.
No.
You're in trouble because this is the first thing. First of all, I was about to say to you, you stupid. I was about to say to you, what do you need OEM for?
You're embarrassing me in front of the men about the jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
We do.
All right, you're gonna have to go inside.
No, how about we do
No.
this?
No,
we go inside.
Billy, you're gonna have to go inside right now with me. You're gonna have to go inside and
We're in a serious collision.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene. Okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said
You were out
come
of
over
line.
here.
You were out of line. You grabbed me. It's on video.
Billy,
It's on video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash to work.
Billy,
I have a job to do.
You're
okay?
relieved. Billy, you're relieved. You're
I'll
relieved.
go home.
No. Billy, you have to understand something. You're relieved.
It's a wonder he didn't put him on the pavement right there. Obstruction of justice, DWI, all the things. Sorry, not sorry.
Yep, and he just was like, you're in trouble, you're in trouble, you're in trouble. Whole time he's the one there showing up drunk, fucking,
Billy ain't in trouble. Billy should have arrested him, but I get it.
He said, no, Chief, your ass is about to be getting locked up. Shit, cut that shit out, man. The drunk guy is the chief of police, New Jersey's chief of police.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was wild. Well, baby, I appreciate you hanging out.
I gotta go. Yep, I gotta go. I got laundry to do.
I know I got shit I gotta do too, and it's noon already. We've been on here about 3 hours, so I appreciate y'all keeping up with me and watching the rest of that series there, because that shit was wild as hell, wasn't it?
That was crazy.
Fucking wild. I'll try to stop back on here later tonight if I get time. If not, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Y'all have a good day. Be safe on these streets, honey. Be safe on these streets, y'all.
Absolutely, baby.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to y'all later. All right, bye-bye.
All right, baby, bye. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for hanging out, and thank you guys for supporting the Hive, as always. We have a few crybabies out here on these streets, so keep your eye out. I know there's a couple that are mad, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm done with the bullshit. Enough is enough, so catch you on the flip side. Y'all ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here.